goal or this goal of making a big booster opening over a year ago, and my initial goal was just to beat the record. However, that was before that was when the record holder was Primetime and not my really good friend SMG Quest. So initially it was just out to break the record, and as I started collecting boxes and loose packs, I decided to kind of make it a little different. I've opened up on YouTube everything from Arceus to the current set, and so I thought it'd be kind of cool if I went back and opened up everything from base set to Supreme Victors, meaning that once I get everything organized in a playlist, you can go to my channel and open and watch a video to see the booster box or loose pack opening of every single English set. Now, for the earlier sets, I don't have both first edition and unlimited. However, because they are the same except for that symbol, my point is that at least my channel will be able to show you a great variety of booster openings from every single set, maybe just not the different editions of the set. However, the cards, like I said, are the same. So for the English sets, I'll be opening everything from base set to Supreme Victors. If I don't have a sealed box, I have 36 loose packs, which is the equivalent of a box. As you can see, there's a lot of Japanese stuff in here as well. And this was kind of something that after I completed my collection of English cards, that I thought would be something fun to kind of start, and that's collecting Japanese cards. And I'm going to be kind of starting out slow. It's not something that I'm going to be rushing into, kind of like I was with the English cards of just, making bulk trades and things like that. I realized Japanese is going to take a lot longer and it's going to be way more difficult to collect. So as you can see, I have amassed a nice collection of boosters. I have everything from the Japanese base to Japanese E3, not including a web series, which I have honestly don't know much information about that series, but that does include the BS series. And then I have some newer Japanese sets as well, including the Dragon series, Dark Rush, Red Collection, as well as a few others. So, like I said, the big booster opening starts tomorrow. 2,575 packs to be opened up over the next few months. Right now, the schedule that I'm leaning towards, however, is not finalized, is doing something like this. I'd like to kind of break it up into sections. So on Tuesdays, I'm going to be opening up a Wizards of the Coast era set. On Wednesdays, I'm going to be opening up an EX series set. On Thursdays, I'm going to be opening up a Diamond and Pearl or Platinum set. On Saturdays and Sundays, I will be opening up Japanese sets, and Mondays and Fridays are going to be surprise days. I like I said, I haven't finished working the schedule out, so for now, Mondays and Fridays are just going to be kind of whatever I squeeze in. Obviously, the schedule isn't set in stone, but I'm going to be kind of jumping around sets all over the place, and that's to keep not only myself interested, but to keep viewers interested, so you don't know what's coming up next. So if you're taking a good look at this, pretty much everything with a sticky note on the side or loose packs, everything else is sealed. I think there's 1 or 2 boxes in here that you might recognize from newer sets that I have already opened in the past, and those are actually loose packs of older sets that I just haven't gotten around to labeling it. I did use up all my sticky notes. So I think I've rambled on quite enough, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at each and every set that I'll be opening up. And then I'll go ahead and get started with the opening. I think I'm pretty excited about all this. Like I said, I've been working on this for over a year now, collecting all of these, and it's been incredibly difficult not to just start opening them up. When I had a bad day, just to kind of pick me up out of a bad mood. And so I'm really, really, really looking forward to opening all of these packs. And I'm sure everyone else is too. So now let's take a closer look at all the individual sets, starting out with the English sets. Sealed Base, Sealed Jungle, Sealed Fossil, Sealed Base 2, Sealed First Edition Rocket.
It's Planet Fitness's best deal ever.
Super free! Super free!
Get your first month free. No enrollment, then no.
Loose Heroes, Loose Challenge, First Edition Genesis Loose, Loose Discovery, First Edition Neo Revelation Sealed, Loose Destiny, Sealed Legendary, Sealed Expedition, Loose Aquapolis, Sealed Skyridge, Loose Ruby and Sapphire, Sealed Sandstorm, Sealed Dragon Blisters, Sealed Team Magma vs. Team Aqua, Sealed Hidden Legends, Loose Fire Red Leaf Green, Loose Team Rocket Returns, Loose Deoxys, Loose Emerald, Loose Unseen Forces, Sealed Delta Species, Loose Legend Maker, Loose Holland Phantoms, Loose Crystal Guardians, Loose Dragon Frontiers, Loose Power Keepers, Loose Diamond and Pearl Base, Sealed Mysterious Treasures, Loose Secret Wonders, Loose Great Encounters, Sealed Majestic Dawn, Sealed Legends Awakened, Sealed Stormfront, Sealed Platinum, Loose Rising Rivals, Sealed Supreme Victors, One Cat. Well, I will not be opening him, but he is going to be my current replacement for my 2 Dark Explorers booster boxes, since they have not quite been released yet, but they will be added to this big booster opening in a couple of days. Now on to Japanese. Sealed Base, Sealed Jungle, Sealed Fossil, Loose Team Rocket, Loose Gym 1, Loose Gym 2, Neo 1 Sealed, Neo 2 Loose, Neo 3 Sealed, Neo 4.
A lot of people don't know this, but the best way to make money with Amazon in 2021 is not by selling.
Neo 4 Sealed, VS Loose, E-Series 1 Loose, E-Series 2 Loose, E-Series 3 Loose, Bonds to the End of Time, the Rising Rivals equivalent, Sealed, Red Collection, Sealed, Psycho Drive, Hail Blizzard, Dark Rush, Dragon Selection, Dragon Blade, and Dragon Blast. Here's a good look at my Pokemon Sealed Booster Collection, a combination of loose box. So that's everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the individual breakdown. And I'm going to try and put links in here in the future as I open up boxes so that when everything is said and done, you can watch this preview vid, skip to, if you see something that you really like, just click a button and that'll take you straight to the video. So that's kind of the goal. I'll try and keep up with that as I do the booster openings. But either way, I think this, hopefully this gives you a nice taste of things to come throughout this next few months.
Whoa!
If I could only do that
Wow. What a great intro. I had to pick that video for the intro just to show them what an OG PokeTuber you are. So
that was probably one of the best experiences of my YouTube days. I remember getting, I was working like really weird hours. I get home at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I had moved back in with my parents at that time, saving up for a house. And so I'd quietly shut my door and I'd open up a booster box for the big opening and then get it all rendered and edited for the next day. So yeah, I mean that is the greatest thing about YouTube, though, is that while all of those boxes were open for that big opening, I always have I can always go back and watch all the videos again.
So I completely exit myself, gave you full screen. Please. Oh, look at Kitty. That's very rare. Look at Kitty.
Decided to join, and I don't know if I can get him to go. So he's gonna hang.
No problem. He's gonna welcome. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard of you, but just in case, please do a introduction and I'm gonna ask some questions. That's how we always start with the stream. There, you all set.
All right, so I am the cat's Meowth. I started off as Computer 3 NCSU on YouTube, and I can't even remember back when I started. It was probably 15 plus years. The cat's Meowth I started up though right around that big opening, and I think that was 2012, so not quite 10 years ago. I did that big opening. I was still opening up stuff until maybe 4 years ago or so. And then I just started, I think, buying singles and sets just to try and keep up. But at one point, I did have, I'd say, a relatively complete master set as far as everything from base set, reverse, non-reverse, first edition, unlimited. I had started working on the Japanese stuff, but that was a little more difficult. With the EX series was kind of difficult to find. And I had started kind of digging in on all those promo sets, but never got caught up there. So yeah, it was a nice collection that took up 2 huge sealed bookcases.
Very nice. I always start the same question with everybody. Pick a starter: Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle.
Gotta be Squirtle. Always loved Blastoise. That was definitely the starter I started off with in my very first Pokemon game. And I've always kind of stuck with water starters, I think, ever since. Every now and then I'll switch it up. I'm trying to remember the last time I switched up. I think it was to the fire type, the one that looked like a cat. Litleo, something like that.
Yeah, Litleo.
Yeah.
Like a red, orange cat.
Yeah. I think that was one of the few times I decided to switch it up, but usually it was always the water starters.
Very nice. Taste, Team Squirtle going strong. Favorite first generation Pokemon?
It's so hard because for a while there I think it was Blastoise, and then for a while it was Gengar. I really enjoyed the competitive cards with Gengar, and then once I became the cat's Meowth, I think Meowth just kind of took over. So I might, if I had to choose one, I think I might have to just go with Meowth. And
very nice.
So he's pretty cool.
Oh, the next question is gonna hurt, but I have to ask. Any sealed Pokemon products? I know.
Not anymore.
I know.
So I think the very last one I had was like a single random pack, I think, of Furious Fits that came in a tin. And at the time I opened up that tin, I had completed the set, so I just set the pack aside to sell. And I want to say that sold a couple months ago. So yeah, no, that's if I have any regrets, it's not like investing in Pokemon. It was always more of this hobby for myself that
same here.
I think I knew that it was at least going to maintain its value and rise enough to kind of keep up with inflation and would pay off at some point. But I had no idea it was going to be anything like what it is today. And if I had, I would have been working that double overtime and taking all business loans or whatever just to stockpile so I could have some and still take advantage of this crazy market.
Absolutely. We'll do 3 more because I saw a lot of questions. And so we'll do 3 more questions. Favorite and least favorite evolutions.
As much as I love the water starters, I don't think I could go with Vaporeon for my favorite. I think it's Umbreon.
Okay.
I love and that was one of, I think, the first dark Pokemon. And so that was kind of exciting. Least favorite might actually be Espeon. While I think this thing is cool, when I go back to that original starter set, that's just maybe Glaceon. I don't know. Some of the newer ones. But,
it's hard. It's tough. Last question
is definitely the favorite. I'd say between Espeon and Glaceon, maybe for a least favorite. But it's hard to have a least favorite evolution. They're all fantastic.
Yeah. And the last one, of course, what other trading cards that you play or collect?
Nothing really anymore. I had a little Harry Potter card collection for a while, but that didn't last for very long. And while I don't get to play it much. I do, and I don't think it's really called a trading card game though. The card game Villainous, the Disney Villainous. So they come out with different expansion packs, and I've been collecting those, though I have played with them. Not really a trading card game, but probably the only other card item that I have in the house that could also be a game.
Gotcha. I'm gonna hop back on. There you go. Here I am. Just to let you guys know, we are multi-streaming on a lot of platforms. I learned how to do it. We're actually on the Cat's Meows channel. I'm on my channel. We're on Facebook and we're on Twitch. So we're gonna get with this channel and our channel. We're gonna get big, but we have devoted. Let me go here. I want to devote the questions to you guys, and always do. And I know there's a lot of your fans here, a lot of your followers, because we're multi-streaming. But
yeah, I saw.
Wow,
I recognize.
Yeah, exactly. Hello to everyone here. Hello. Don't worry, we'll hit the 1K. I knew those were bots yesterday, but you know what? We'll get that 1K. If you are new to the Cat's Meows channel, please take time to head over to my channel at PokeGal and do hit that subscribe button. That will be really lovely. We will get there, you guys. We're multi-streaming. Every guest from now on, we're going to multi on their stream and on their YouTube as well. Oh, of course, we got Mason in the house. This is the professor. Do you know who the professor is? There he is. There you go. He's picking stuff. There he is. That's Mason in the house. Of course, we've got Swami in the house doing a little shake. We got that. But there's too many comments. But of course, everybody is. Fighter's here real quick. Fighter, are you here? I do want to say thank you. Fighter sent me something, and I wanted to say something. All right, you guys, we're going to dive straight to the questions because you got a lot of questions. I do not want to waste your time. And I know you are a busy woman. So let's go. Oh, wow. Okay. The comments just basically cut off by itself. I hate it when StreamYard does this. If I missed your comment, it's because it completely cut off. Please retype the comment. I do not want to miss your comment. Please. But I started at Basics Trainer. That's the first comment that I see. As an OG PokeTuber, what is your least favorite aspect of content today and the most favorite Pokemon content today? What a good question.
I think I still like seeing those retro openings. It hurts a little bit when I see such an old box or even pack being opened, but at the same time, that was kind of the original appeal of PokeTubing was you'd go there to see the packs opened that maybe you couldn't afford to open yourself, and so I like
still can't afford now,
and I certainly can't afford them now. No, so I like that, especially for people getting into it, they can still go to YouTube and find people that are currently opening them and get to kind of relive that excitement. Least favorite content. I don't watch a whole lot now, so probably any video that kind of has like maybe a title that's something that kind of ruins the surprise, where it's like, oh yeah, we pulled the Charizard or something, rather than just kind of letting you have it. But honestly, I think I have to respect a lot of the people that are continuing to create right now. It's not a cheap thing to do. I know back when I was doing it, I could sometimes kind of break even when I sold the extra cards, and that was difficult in a stretch. And now that the cost of a base set pack is in hundreds, unless you've got thousands upon thousands of subscribers, it's going to be difficult to get your money back from revenue alone. Yeah,
of course, it's so hard, and that's where oh god, it's pretty hard. Absolutely insane. Sarah, welcome. So brings me back, 10 years ago? That's probably about 10 years ago. You've been probably having all those boxes for quite a while.
Yeah, I tried to look up the original date of that video, and I think it all used to be in a giant playlist. And I remember taking hours creating the playlist of all that entire 2,575 pack opening. And now I don't see it on my playlist list. And so I don't know what happened, if I accidentally deleted it or what. But I want to say that all started back in like 2012. And I think that makes sense because I think in 2013 was when I bought my house, and I know that I was done with the opening before I moved out of the house.
Very nice, very nice. Sarah, hey, well, Sarah, welcome to, must be one of your viewers. Have you seen how crazy it's getting? Exactly, how crazy it's getting. How hard is it to get the cards recently?
I don't think I've seen a pack in stores in
Yeah.
months. And I see all the signs up that say, okay, well, you have to go to customer service. Here's the limits. A friend of my mom's is actually one of the, I don't know, I don't think it's just Pokemon. I think it's just a general card distribution because sports packs are crazy.
Much harder, way harder.
Thankfully, she's got a good group of stalkers. They know when she comes in. They're waiting for her when she comes in, but they're nice about it. They're not cruel to her. You know, they don't follow her out to the car. And if there's like a kid in the area that wants to get some stuff, they kind of all divvy up. And I think this was before the pack. You know, you could only get 1 or 2 products per person, but they would divvy everything up where everyone was getting a fair amount, and they'd include the kid. So the kid be like, you know, well, I just wanted this one blister pack, and they'd help them out. So my area, while I think it's just as dry as everywhere else, I don't think we have an area where our distributors are being attacked. I've heard of some stories of people like getting chased out to their cars, and that is just insane.
That's sad. But I heard Target. I've actually seen packs nowadays. So in Target, yeah, Walmart where I live, they just completely stopped selling cards. People were stealing them. This is way back. They were stealing them way back even before this. So, but Target, I've seen it. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty excited. And it's like kind of like dying down just a tad bit. But not for sport, just a bit. Not for let me go. I'm watching this and realize the thousands of dollars today's money that you opened.
Yeah, and I had and again, this is something I don't know what happened to it, if it was on a hard drive that crashed, but I had this whole Excel going of all the money that I spent on every single one of those packs, and I want to say even back then it was about 10K. But I remember I also kept track of all the money I made off of the openings. And I remember I think it took a few years to sell everything extra, but I remember breaking even and thinking, okay, so that opening was worth it. You know, I got my money back, and I got a lot of subscribers and things that ended up being, you know, ad monetization or whatever for future revenue.
That's true. That's true. Nathan, is anything left sealed? No, I've asked. And just to let you guys know, me and Kat, we are friends. We've been friends for like 10 years, like a very, very long time.
We've been collecting the original trading days.
Yeah, we did. I would say about 1/3 of your binder, your trade binder. I took a lot of her cards. Those things that she opened, most of it went to me, you guys. Went to me. It's PokeGal. If you guys sign PokeGal, tons, my name would pop up, tons of her. We are really, really good friends, and we very trusted member in the community, both of us. So, but a lot of it. So what I used to tell them, what I used to do is that's why I support local card shops so much. I would go to buy singles, and then I would, you know, for whatever they cost, and they're like, okay, well, I'll buy all of the reverses from you, and then you get the secret rare, and that's how we did the bunch of trades. So I think I took like about probably more than 1,000 cards. You shipped it in bulk for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I cleared her folders, you guys. So it was me. And I just really see about her Japanese collection too. So
and it's kind of nice. I'm like, you know, I'm parting with my collection now, but and a lot of it's being split into so many different directions. But I've got a lot of like repeat buyers right now that are getting like big chunks, and it's like, you know, it's kind of nice, and making more friends now. And it's like, you know, it goes beyond Pokemon, and so it's like, yeah, I'm meeting some really cool people, and they have a touch of my collection, so it's, you know, it's never gone forever.
Yeah, they're saying if a Mason is old or not. The hairline says otherwise. Did you know, Mason? I kid you not. I thought that you were drinking from something, but I realized it's just a glove that the thing is. But now I look at it a little bit closely. That's really fun. Hey, James, how are you? 5, lots of platform. Oh yeah, I'm streaming on a bunch of platforms, you guys. So because I What is least favorite thumbnail design? I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, we're gonna go because streaming so much platform, the comments might cut off. If I don't answer or see your question, just type it all over again. Okay, you guys, I did not mean to skip. I try to get all the questions there is. What is your favorite format that you played in the trading card game, if any? Oh, that's a good question.
So the first deck that comes to mind are like Blastoise Rain Dance type decks. And so when I first started learning how to play, it was with Blastoise from, I think, early Diamond and Pearl, maybe mid Diamond and Pearl series. And that was also the format where there was Lux Chomp and things like that. I really liked that format because you had so many mirror matches as far as Lux Chomp, but it really became who is the better player, who built the better deck that was more reliable to get things. And like I had a friend that, I mean, we could play the same list and he'd still beat you 99 out of 100 times. He was just that skilled of a player. And so I really miss, I think, kind of that SP era where it was really, really skill based. I remember playing a Gengar deck at that time that I really enjoyed. And then, what set was it from? The Blastoise from one of the Plasma sets that was essentially still Rain Dance. I'm trying to think what else was in that format, but I really enjoyed that one too. And that was one where I actually took that deck to a regionals, and it was played by some other people, but that really wasn't the deck to beat. But that was one that I was just so familiar with, and I ended up, I think, top 16 or top 32. And it was once again a format that was like where skill really prevailed rather than a lot of our formats are kind of somewhat luck based and can you get the really expensive cards. Like I really hated when Shaman you had to have 2 or 3 in every deck, and it was like, well, that knocks out like 25% of competitors who just can't afford to spend 50 plus on a card. So anything that really relied on skill, I love those formats. Even if I wasn't the one winning, it was cool to see like that were better than me, like really better than me getting it.
Yeah, I was telling them when Shaman first came out, the full art was like it wasn't even 50, it was $75 for the full art, right? The regular EX was about $55. And the Roaring Sky booster boxes were like up to $250.
And that seemed like so much back then.
Exactly.
And now we look at it like,
and people started complaining. People were like, we can't play Pokemon. We need to play Pokemon. Guess what Pokemon did? They reprint that and I think about a year, maybe even probably 8 months ago, they were still at $120.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's why I tell people, it's very creepy. Don't ever pay above MSRP. It went from $250 and so many people lost a lot of money because they hoarded all those Roaring Sky booster boxes. Pokemon's like, just joking. Print.
Right. So, as long as we're not in a pandemic, we can print as much as we want.
Correct. And imagine, I'm predicting I think they're going to print, but that's just my opinion. So Nathan, what are your top 5 favorite cards in your collection?
It's so hard to get it down to 5. The first edition Charizard from Gym Challenge is always up there because that was one that I pulled as a kid from, I don't think it was my first booster box. I think it was my second booster box. But back then, I remember I got that one for Christmas, the box itself. So that was a big pull for myself. It's been sold sadly now, but the first edition base set Shadowless Charizard, that was one where I bought it where I thought I was getting a raw card from Troll and Toad, and they ran out and they sent me a PSA 8. And at the time I was like, well, I don't want this. It's not going to fit in my binders. I have to spell it different. And, flash forward to 10 years later, and I'm like, I wish
Thank
I
you.
more. Thank you for
Thank
getting
you.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Other top cards, probably competitive things that stuck in my mind, like Gengar from Stormfront, Rain Dance type Blastoises. I don't know if I could lower it down to 5. I can anything from Team Rocket Returns. I love like 95% of those cards. Just that dark style Pokemon. Especially the reverses from that set. Houndoom's another favorite, so that set in particular. But yeah, it's so hard. I can open up any set and say, you know, I like these top 5 from just this set alone, and I couldn't cross compare them to other sets.
Skeletons like every trading, because I agree, it's like every video right now. It's clickbait, you know. But they get
Yeah.
they get
works.
content, they get their views.
Yeah.
The cat's Meowth, favorite Zelda game. Do you collect items from the Zelda franchise? Ooh.
So at one point I did have like an extensive video game collection where anything I had I saved, and kind of just like Pokemon, you know, when the space was a problem, I finally started selling. I do have a few Zelda items, but really not a whole lot, just to try and keep space minimalistic. I try and just focus on a couple collections. For most of my Zelda playing years, Ocarina of Time was my favorite. It was my first one, and just I could play that one all day, every day, until Breath of the Wild came out. And I love open world games, and that one just sucked me in. And I don't know how many hours I put into it. A lot of it was when my daughter was little, I laid down with her to go to sleep, and I would be playing Zelda like behind her head so the light didn't wake her up. And because if I rolled away, you know, then she'd wake up. So I just lay there for hours playing Zelda while she slept until she hit that deep sleep. So Breath of the Wild, and I'm very excited for Breath of the Wild too. I've got a couple other games in my repertoire or whatever that I gotta beat before I have a chance of doing that, because I know once Zelda 2 comes out, I'm not gonna want to play anything else.
Gotcha. Oh well, probably more. Now I know where you get some of those pikas. You can vouch for me. I do not sell. I just hoard and hoard and hoard. That's bang. When it comes to true collector, that's me. And you too. You've been collecting for such a long time. And I know how minty. When she said her cards are mint, I know they're truly mint, because she's like me. We'll look at all the whitening.
Yeah.
We're like, well, we need to replace this one. This one's not mint enough. Now it's so hard to even replace it.
And even before I started selling, I still have my old like wants list of all these older cards where I'm like, yep, I gotta replace this at some point. I gotta replace this, and I'm just I'm kicking myself for not like doing it then, and just I was trying to really keep up with the sets and even some of the promos, and it's just so hard. And I'm like, oh, I should have just stockpiled all the old stuff and made sure everything was super fresh. But yeah, I'm super excited that for most of my collection, I was really careful about condition, because it's so nice to go through and I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely one I want to send off to PSA and see what it gets.
Gotcha. Very nice. So the problem is sometimes when people write, they spam the comments. I can't see them. You guys, I apologize. I had to put someone on time out. So I apologize for that. Anyways, here in San Diego, there's a video fight. In San Diego. Oh my God. I traded with cats a few times. Nice. Oh yeah.
I recognize your name. We had, I think, several trades and talks going on. Yep. That name immediately came back.
Should I sell my 1,000 reverse holo? I don't care for reverse holo except for legendary collection. Do you mean the timestamp? Where am I? Look what I bought, what I picked up today. So, look at that. Oh, that doesn't count, but you know, I picked up my local car shop today. They said we got 3 of them in, all nice. $60 for all 3. Not bad.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I know, not bad. So I said, sold. What do you think, Kat? You've been in the hobby for a very long time, and I trust your advice, because me and you, we think alike. We know, because we know what people want. We know the organic demand of the people, and we looked at something. We're like, that thing is probably not going to sell. So what do you think about this? And remember, you guys, this is all opinion, but we would like to know.
I think right now we're seeing a little bit of a drop. So it probably depends on the card. The older it is, the better. With the reverses, that's gonna start in the expedition and series, anyways. If you don't care for them, why keep something that doesn't make you happy? So maybe wait a little bit and see if I think the market's doing a little bit of a dip, but it's not like deep diving. And for older reverses, I don't think it is. Now, if you have some newer reverses that you don't care about, I don't know what set to cut it off at. Maybe
Black and white.
Black and white, yeah. Because I'm thinking.
See, I told you we think alike.
Yeah.
We're like you, yeah.
I thought, well,
Black
Diamond and Pearl reverses are probably still a little harder.
Yeah.
Heart Gold, Silver, those are still pretty popular sets. So maybe Black and White is kind of the line to draw. If you have those on, I doubt you're going to see much of a market fluctuation. You're probably safe to sell those at any time.
Correct.
But yeah, if it's taking up space and you don't care for them, sell them and buy something you do like.
Exactly. I was just telling the audience what I think will be. I think because Heart Gold and Silver is probably more difficult because it's hard. The booster box is hard.
Yeah.
If I were to buy collections or just buy booster boxes, the first thing I would do is Heart Gold and Silver, and then I would buy, of course, Call of Legends, but that's very difficult.
Yeah.
But Heart Gold and Silver, then I would probably go Diamond and Pearl, and the last would probably be Black and White. That's what I would do.
And it's so funny you mentioned Call of Legends. Everyone hated that set when it came out.
That's true. Everyone hated these.
Yeah.
Everyone hated these.
And I'll admit,
and Legendary Treasures. Everyone, that was a joke. That was a joke when it came out. Legendary Treasure, these. They were complaining to the Pokemon company. It's blinding us. We can't read it. And look at it now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that too. When I would go through that part of the binder and flip through those pages, it's like, okay, yeah, I really don't care for it now. And now that you see that because it was so unpopular, how popular it is now, it's like, yeah, I don't care if maybe they're a little too flashy. They're definitely awesome. and even when I kind of was like, well, maybe they're a little much. That reverse hollow, like Charizard and Blastoise, those starters, just taking them by themselves, not a whole page, but just by themselves, were beautiful.
Yeah. I do believe, I really, really do believe that Pokemon, they try to cater to the competitive scene as if you're a player. I really do, because if you can vouch for me or let me know, because I don't play. I'm ashamed to say that I don't play. I've been collecting, but I don't play. But I do believe they try to at least cater to them. I do. If they saying, hey, you guys need to produce more so we can play, I do believe Pokemon do listen. So
and what I really liked about the company was when I played, I was going to play with the cheapest version of a card possible. I think I did an all blinged out deck once, and I found it, and I'm like, I took that to nationals and did terrible, and I'm like, never again. And I'd rather put the money in my collection anyway. So it was like, yeah, we're going to go cheap. We're going to go basic. So anytime an EX or a level X was really powerful and everyone wanted that card, they put it out in a tin. And the price of the original one would tank, and all these people would complain. And I'm over here, I'm like, I'll sell my regular ones and downgrade to the tin ones and then put that extra money into my collection. I loved it. And I love that Pokemon recognized that these cards are powerful. They're getting expensive because of how popular they are. Let's reprint it in a tin. We can do an alternate art. We can do it like in Call of Legends. That was essentially a reprint set. That's why everyone hated it, because the collectors were like, we already have these. And for the people like myself that, we just wanted to build cheap decks as much as we could, we're like, this is fantastic. Give me all the cheap Call of Legends reprints and I'll out my day.
Exactly. I do believe it, because when a card is hard to find or hard to get, guess what Pokemon does? Put it in a tin. And that's what I've noticed. So I've noticed that trend, because the cards tend to be, and a lot of players, they tell me this. They're like, no, we'll just wait it out for it to be in a tin. Don't even buy the singles. Just wait it out. It'll be in a tin. And that's what I do. I'll wait it out, buy it in a tin, and this goes to my collection. And because I'm going to go off a little bit here. I want you to vouch for this because I tell people this. Evolutions, when it came out, okay, it was popular for maybe 6 months, right? Maybe I'll give it 8 months. I'll give it 8 months. After the 8th or 9th, I would just give it a year. After a year, everyone wanted to burn that darn box. Everyone wanted to burn it. People, when they see it in these little cases in the boxes, they go, stop printing it, Pokemon, please, for the love of God, stop printing it. Vouch for me. Let me know. I tell people that. People are
definitely.
like, no. They're like, yes.
Yeah, people would almost get mad when they saw an Evolutions Charizard. They're like, we don't want this. Take it away. Make it go away. No. And that was the best time for people just to stock up on them. And now they're crazy, and everyone wants them again.
And that's why I think that. Oh, thank you, Stock Jockey. I totally. And that's why I think when it's Evolutions, to me, it's all hype. That's why people ask me, and this is, again, it's my opinion, it's all hype because there's no organic demand for it in the beginning, right? There was, and the people that started collecting, like me and you, way back, we have it. I have all the boosters boxes done. I have it all sealed. I have the whole darn set. I have so many reverses, and people were trading nothing for those Charizards, you guys. Nothing. They were going. Charizard were going for like $12 back then. 12. I think some guy was like, take them all for $8. Stack full of Charizard evolutions for like $8. Go ahead, just take them all. I said, no. Even I said, I decline. I don't want them. So I do.
Too many Charizards.
There's too many Charizard. I do. Oh, I firmly believe it's all hype. Thank you. Straight from the pack to the binder. Let me go here. Sometimes I'm scared to scroll down because, there's Fighter's Destiny. Hello. I just want to say something real quick. Fighter's Destiny sent me these 2 cards right there. So I want to say thank you so much. I don't want to be, but thank you. Thank you so much, Fighter's Destiny, for sending me the 2. It's going to stay there forever. I am not moving that, but I'm going to move all the way up to be back there. I apologize, you guys. StreamYard is what I used to stream. Sometimes it just cuts the comment. So if I don't see your question, repost it again. I will get back to it unless it cuts off the stream ever again. Okay, so Colton is getting blocked for spamming. Okay, but that's okay. Let me go here. Sometimes I go here. Let me go here. Also, first gold star. Oh, did you ever send in all the gold stars in as well?
So yeah, all of my gold stars have been sent in. There were a few that were not worth grading and were on my list of cards that I wanted to replace one day. So those I sold straight out. I'd have to go pull up the list of everything I sent. But it was a good number of gold stars. Yeah, I've got, I think it's 1,000 cards sent off to PSA at the moment. I've got 200 sent off to CGC, but they're just like base set kind of commons, uncommons, where I didn't expect a whole lot from them. That graded, they would still net a profit over selling it raw, but I wanted to kind of test CGC's waters and see really what that difference in value was before I started sending them $100 plus cards.
I agree. Let's talk about, without disclosing the detail, because I have to keep everything very private a little bit. But me and you, we were about to send in about probably 10,000 cards, right? About
easily,
that.
Yeah.
With my collection, your collection combined, and this is when CGC just first came out. I reached out to them. Excellent company, by the way, you guys. Excellent company. But we decided to go with PSA, sadly. We regret it. You messaged me. I kid you not. You messaged me that before I went to sleep before that day that you messaged me, I thought the same thing. And I was like, I'm not going to message her saying that because I regretted myself. Like I secretly thought of it. Like I am not going to do that. But that was such a deal. We would have said.
I assumed PSA and all these places, they were increasing their prices, but I figured, okay, we'll do $1 here, and then in a couple of months, we'll raise it by another $1. I would never have guessed that PSA would have said, you know what, you can grade for under $10 a card. We're going to double it to 20.
Correct.
That just took me by surprise, and CGC is jumped on that train now too. They're a little cheaper.
Take us back, please. Yeah, take us back,
Yeah.
CGC. Take us back. We apologize. How many cards do you still have left?
Oh, I still have. I still have like thousands of cards I haven't sorted out yet. As far as
I probably have 10,000.
reverses from the EX series, I'm still slowly going through. But there's probably another at least 1,000, 2,000, maybe 2,000 cards that I'm probably going to want to send in seriously to grade at some point.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be very slow going, because it's like, well, I'm splitting my profits right now. It's like, well, half is going to go to grading more cards, and half is going to go to trying to pay off my house. So that if
take us back. Yeah, exactly. We are sorry.
Yeah.
Take us back. We want to go back with that deal.
I mean, if I go back in time,
if they say send 10,000, me and you, we can get more than 10,000 cards graded. But take us back. We apologize. We regret not taking that deal.
In our defense, we had I mean, there was that shilling thing, I think, going on. And just that not everyone, there were a few people vouching for him, but everyone was just so hesitant and saying,
exactly, we were too.
Like, I'm not a business. I don't have 10 grand I can just throw into a company that doesn't have the reputation yet. I'm really nervous. So and even with PSA, I've been doing things very slowly, where I've just been sending in things, maybe one submission a month of a few hundred cards, and still not putting all my eggs in one basket type of thing, where so it'll be kind of spaced out when it comes back. It'll be interesting to see when things come back, if they really start speeding along, and I'll just get a huge chunk just slapped in my lap. And be like,
I do too. I sent a bunch in. Yeah, I did too. I sent in a bunch in, but I stopped with PSA. Well, I can't even send anything in. Anyways,
I literally have
back to the comments.
I was ready to, I think, send the week they stopped. And I was, because they had raised their prices. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to save up another couple of grand to send this in. And I had just hit that, and I'm like, okay, let's start making the spreadsheet, writing them all out. Did that, go to print the order form, and it was, no more submissions. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Where is it? And looked at the details, and I thought, well, no.
Exactly. Like, oops.
You're trying to get hit with all these roadblocks, and them raising prices multiple times, I think, because at first it was just like $1 or $2 raise, and I was like, okay, well, that sucks, but I can handle it. And then they doubled it, and it was like, okay, well, I can still deal with it. And then they just stopped, and it was like, okay, so then I switched to CGC and thought, okay, well, we'll start selling some of the lower end stuff and test them out. And then they raised their prices, and so I'm just like,
darn it. They gave us a great deal. We should have hopped on that train, but they take us back.
I still have a whole cabinet full that you guys can have.
Paul, I'm still what is it? Private message away. Are you currently playing the new Pokemon Snap?
No, I'm not. I am on the Switch. I'm currently playing The Witcher 3, and I haven't played it in a few weeks, but I really got to get back on it. On the PS4, I'm playing Red Dead 2, and those are the last 2 games I have of my video games to beat. And so I'm really trying to stay focused to beat them, and only once I beat them will I allow myself to go back out and get another game. Because trying to do too many things at once, and even now I've kind of been slowing down on the the video game playing, and trying to get my Lego collection back there sorted out and a little more organized as the toddler gets bigger and likes to play with them more. I'm like, we need to get these put away before I start having missing pieces.
That's funny. Kat, I know you're a major collector, and so am I, but now you're selling everything. Oh, there we go. We got to that question. Some things. Just curious, what changed? Bingo. We waited for this question.
two big things changed. A bad relationship that kind of killed my love of the game. And maybe multiple bad relationships, but the last one, it really just it kind of just made me. I was forcing myself to even keep up collecting the main sets. The act of actually putting the cards away and things, I still got that nice little satisfaction, but I just wasn't enjoying it as much. And then when the market exploded, I just thought, well, maybe this is the time to sell. I was working on my living will. Once you have a kid, like, you got to go get a will just in case. And one of the biggest questions was my Pokemon card collection. So if I were to pass away suddenly, my parents they understand that there's value to it, but they wouldn't be able to figure out how to sell it properly or do whatever. And so I was trying to think of, well, who am I gonna essentially, say, I'm going to put this name down and you contact this person and give them like a commission and help them out. There were just so many of those things coming up that it was becoming more problematic than otherwise. And kind of going back to that bad relationship, there was a big fear that with the market exploding and this thing being so much more valuable, that him or maybe people he would talk to would know that this value is here and essentially come in and rob me. I talked to an insurance agency, and essentially I'd have to take out another policy, which was going to be at the time when it was actually when my collection, I think, was worth under $100,000, it was still several $100s a month to insure it all. And when the market exploded, it was going to jump up to like several $1,000s a month. And that scared me. And so I started looking at, storage facilities, bank deposit boxes and things like that. And I think I just kind of made the decision that, thanks to YouTube, I always have the memories, and I can always go back and look at what I have, or talk to the people who I've sold to and say, hey, PokeGal, can I see some of the good old Japanese cards again? Something like that. So there's going to be those connections, those friendships. I hope lifelong friendships made. But right now, selling and it's been, don't get me wrong, it's been fun selling. Not so much the actual shipping and making sales, but I get to sort through everything again. I get to look at each individual card and decide, am I going to grade this first and then sell, or am I just going to sell outright? What do I think it's worth? And then when I'm selling to someone like in bulk, essentially, how much of a deal do I want to give them? How much of a friend are they to me? So, and some of the newer friends I've made, it's like, yeah, I'll give you 15-20% off because I like that it's going to a new home that's really going to cherish them. So it's been a little difficult at times to part with them, but at the same time, I think I'm getting a lot more out of it. Not just financially, but kind of emotionally. There's not that much of a fear of, if someone were to rob me right now, I've made a good chunk, and I've got a good chunk sent away to PSA, so at least it's safe there. And so I feel like there's a little bit of that protection. Now I have taken some other security measures to reduce the chance of something happening, but it's still scary. And when you see even just the people storming Targets and Walmarts and getting violent, there are a lot of bad people in the community. And we might have been talking about this. This was several months ago now. I think it was a Pokemon and Magic card collection where they knew it was an inside job. They got robbed. The cards were like downstairs, and the guy was home and he was upstairs, and they managed to get in, steal everything, and get out. And I don't know if they ever got caught. I've got some Mountain Dew. But yeah, so it's a lot of different things. I still enjoy Pokemon as a whole. I'm still gonna play the main RPG type games as they come out. I still enjoy looking at the cards as they're released and seeing, like, thinking about, oh, would this be a good deck? And there's still PTCGO, I can go online at any point and play with theme decks and get coins and use the coins to buy packs to build other decks. So that's another aspect that I can just enjoy. So Pokemon, the part of it that's like set away, locked in cabinets, to hopefully not be handled and touched, that part might be going, but there is so much more that's never gonna go out of my life.
That's true. By the way, thank you for selling. I have dibs on your Japanese set. You know that I have dibs.
Yeah.
So she's sending me part 2. Wait, I'm gonna get more set. I already called dibs on those.
Yeah, so it's just,
whatever it is, and you
You
know
can-
that I cherish them. So they will be in this
Yeah,
huge
you
chunk that I have.
so you got all of my modern stuff, I think, before I even started considering grading.
Yeah.
So you got all those full arts
Yeah.
and secret rares and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So and there wasn't a whole lot of like early Japanese stuff left at that point. I think I think I did have a few other ultra rares in that set that I sent away, but there were only a handful of like the older things. Because I don't think I ever had Shining, Magikarp, or Gyarados in Japanese. I was so disappointed with that booster box opening. I thought, okay, I'm opening up this whole box.
Yeah.
I want one of them. And I didn't get either one. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. But
there you go. This is because there were packs of evolutions. I'm telling you guys, evolution was the joke of the town. Like, I wanted to burn that darn thing. I would not buy a sealed product if it had evolutions in it. But look at it now. I mean, still thinking about it. I still probably have nightmares over it because I was just like, stop it with the evolutions. I have so many reverses in the storage. It's not even funny. I'm like, whoa, imagine the Steam Siege booster boxes. Maybe, I don't know, but probably, who knows at this point? Oh my God.
There's a good chance you're right.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing about with the community right now. It's kind of weird of who you listen to, right? If you don't know who you're listening to, someone that hasn't been in the community for a while, been collecting for a while, they can tell you stuff like CMC is just a thing. But me and you know, no way. Probably not a long time.
Valued set at the moment kind of thing. It's like, no.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who knows?
It is. No one
my God. You passed yes, I did. This was evolutions back then, okay? It's $8 each. I was like, no way. Let me go here. Compete. Yeah, I bought my Call of Legend booster box back then for, first I got it when it was $80. And then I bought a couple more when they're like 110. And then probably another one when it was 220. Oh, hey, Swami, there he is. No problem. Thank you. Just coming in. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I totally cut off your comment. I did not see anything in your comment. Just coming. Not sure if you answered, but how are you feeling any different about the hobby since your last podcast with PokeGal? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. So I don't know if really a lot has changed. I was selling back then and was in the progress or process of going through everything, and I'm kind of still doing that. Maybe a little better because I have met some new people and some new friendships from people that are collecting and getting good chunks of my sets. So maybe a little better in that aspect. But at the same time, I think since our last podcast, that's when things really started to take a dark turn as far as the grading process and prices skyrocketing and then closing down. Distributors being harassed or whatever, and big box stores really having to make some more rules for that. So I guess it's just two different aspects of the hobby. I'm very thankful that I am not trying to get any sealed product right now. I think I'd be ripping my hair out in frustration trying to get anything sealed right now. I see everything about people standing in these long lines, and I'm thinking, I can't do that anymore with a toddler. Like she's got 20 minutes where she can be in a store, and then it's like, I'm getting out of this cart. I'm walking around. I'm not sitting in any line. So Yeah, I think those days of camping out, and I actually was one of the people back in, I don't, whenever the Wii came out and like people were camping out for Wii's and then selling them for like 5 times the price. I did that to fund a semester's tuition one
Oh,
Christmas.
wow.
And yeah, we would literally get up at midnight or something. We'd take a nap, go and camp out until like they opened up at 10. You could only get one, and then turn around and resell it on Craigslist to pay your bills. So I remember those days, and I'm like, I can't do that anymore. I got to get some sleep now.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely, it's true. Sarah says, "I'll be so terrified to send some cards off." I know, I'm terrified too. But I have a friend who plays Magic. He refuses to get some cards graded unless he can physically drive to PSA. One, I do want to comment on that. I invited someone who works at Collectors Universe, which is PSA, and he's gonna tell us the scoop of everything. I think it's on the 19th. It's on the
Oh, that'll be
19th.
fun.
Oh, I'm gonna dig everything. I'm gonna ask everything. So he works there. He works at the PSA coin side, but he knows all the gossip. He knows everything. I'm gonna ask a bunch of questions, you guys. How many Pokemon cards? When am I gonna get back? What's going on? You guys should tune in for that because I'm gonna ask. I know you guys would too, because I'm extremely curious. And I live about 15 minutes away from PSA. And it's just like it looks like it's really nice inside. But if you drive past that building, you wouldn't even know that's Collector's Universe. It looks like a regular kind of it is worn out building. You will never know. And I think they stopped doing dropped off due to what's going on
They
right
did.
now.
I
Yeah.
think they stopped doing drop-offs like 6
Mhm.
months ago or something.
Mhm.
And I totally get that. My first submission, I was terrified. And that's actually
Mhm.
one of the reasons why and that actually answers this question using a no, I guess it doesn't answer the question. Third-party service. I was thinking middleman. That was something that eased my mind as I use Ludkins as a middle
Oh, I
person.
love them. Let
Um,
me while you keep talking, I'll pull them up. Just introduce everybody.
Yeah, Ludkins is fantastic. Charlie that runs it, and he also does submissions for PSA and CGC. So I've used their service for both now. It just eases my mind. I feel comfortable sending my cards to them, and then them making sure that all of the paperwork is correct, and then passing it along.
Mhm.
My very first submission, I got it in when they were still doing the free pre-checks, and so that was really cool. I did that, and I actually got some feedback on that first submission as far as what they thought the grades might be, and what, if they weren't, nines or whatever, what the reason what was. And I could make a decision of saying, okay, you know what, I thought this was going to get a little higher, pull that card, I don't want that card graded. But fantastic company. And I after I sent my first submission to them, I don't think I've ever worried since. They send you like essentially the tracking where you can track your submissions at PSA. Like I think all of mine are now in the research phase, the research and ID phase. Last time I checked, I don't think CGC had anything registered, but that was pretty new. But yeah, to answer that question, using a third-party service, no, because I was so hesitant to even use CGC when it first started off, and even though there were some good talk about it, it wasn't enough for me to risk sending my stuff off and not being able to get the value back out of it. And I think that's what we're seeing with, I think, like GMA and some other ones I've never seen before. Good cards are being sent into them, and then like $100 card, they're selling for like $30. And it's like, well, you could just buy it raw. So yeah.
Exactly. But real quick, so this is Luckins, and I really recommend them. I use them for some of my cards. But as I was telling the others, I work with my local card shop, so he sends them in for myself. And he sends a lot of in. So he said that because the bill is gonna be big on my end. He said that he's gonna help display some of my cards, and he gets a 25% cut, whatever I sell, if I sell. So I thought it was great, and I did it. But check out the prices now for Luckins, you guys. So for bulk, this is a CGC. So about 50 plus is $13.50 a card without a subgrade. With a subgrade, it's an extra $10, right? So $26 a card. Woo! And this is bulk.
Yeah, so I forget what
Standard.
they go up to. Is it a
Mhm.
$300 or $500 value, something like
Yeah,
that?
10,000 right here. Express is 10,000. So let me see what is the turnaround time. It probably do not say. I would
I don't
probably
think they
wouldn't say
listed.
either.
Yeah,
I
I think
wouldn't either.
yeah, my first submission, I
Mhm.
don't. I'm not expecting to see my CGC submission back for.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know if I'll get it back this year. Because I mean, they're not really CGC. I don't think is really talking a whole lot. But I know that once PSA shut down, I think a lot of people probably sent their stuff to CGC, and right about the
Mhm.
same time that I did. So I'm thinking, don't get your hopes up on seeing these cards back this year.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not getting my card back because I sent both. I heard they're reprinting Shining Legends. No way.
Huh.
Where did you hear that, Swami? Let me know. I need to go into this. The only place I hear about reprinting stuff is on Safari Zone because I really trust her and I like to troll the mod a lot. So I really like that place, but I did not know that. I would not be surprised. Honestly, I think Pokemon's going to print to the moon. And I think in the end, a lot of people are going to lose money. But let me
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
do.
I
I
think all the
really
stuff
do.
that
A
I've
lot
sent.
of book people are gonna lose their money. Me and you are safe because we got these cards back then when we were like dirt cheap. Me and you are
Yeah.
safe regardless. But I really think in the end, a lot of people. What? Oh no! What else are they willing to touch? I. They re-released XY Evolution products just a few months ago. Set aside 2016. So I don't. Okay. Do you think they'll reprint Evolutions? Oh my.
I don't see it.
I don't think so. Maybe that's just my inner print. Just maybe just saying,
Yeah.
please don't print it.
I can't think of any reason why they would. I'm trying to think of a reason, and but Pokemon cards just in general are so big right now. I don't think they have a reason to do a reprint set. I think they're pretty safe with just printing
Correct.
the last year set if they want to keep on doing more stuff, or just saying, yeah, we're going to come up with a new set. We're going to come out with a new promo mini set, like a. Oh, what was it? Like Legendary Treasures, or the one where you got like they came out with one set every or that little promo box every month.
Yeah, legendary. No, it's
What was that? Evolutions.
it's not evolutions. Hold on, generations.
Generations. Thank you. I was like, this doesn't sound right, but it was still essentially a reprint set. Yeah. I could see them doing that and taking reprints from other little things more than anything else.
I was telling everybody I was the idiot that paid $27 a pack on Verbank when Generations first came out, and I was in the line, and then it went. That was me. That was me. I was the idiot, and then it went down to $17 in like a week later, and then it went to like what $9 2 weeks later, and now I bought a whole bunch at $2. I hoarded it here.
Nice.
So anyways, yep, evolution. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to skip this question. Cat in a bad relationship. Are you the Poke girlfriend that would light your hubby's?
No, you don't want to destroy that. You want, if anything, you're gonna take that and you're just gonna sell it. Yeah, no, we're not setting it on fire. No, so part of actually that bad relationship that ended was he damaged a lot of my property, like my house. That like he racked up. It was like $8,000 in he punched through walls and doors and smashed frames and broke floors and furniture and all this stuff. And so if I'm going to get that mad, no, I'm not going to set it on fire. I'm going to take the collection, I'm going to go and sell it, and I'm going to use it to pay all the bills that you left me with, type of person. And yeah, so don't ever destroy it. Just get rid of it and make a profit off of it and stick that money in your pocket for a rainy day.
What's that one song where, oh my god, I think it's called Blue, it's from the singer Blue Coachella, it's called Hit Him Up Style. You go get the credit card, right? You get the credit card and you buy the Gucci, you buy the whatever, the LVs, you buy that diamond ring, and then you throw his crap out the door and you go, peace, and then you've changed the lock to the house and probably moved to a different state because you might get sued. But
right.
Okay, down the low roll hats. Not like I've never done that.
No, you and
we have never done that, you guys. We are
as much
Perfectly sane females.
as I want to do that, he didn't have anything of value I could do that to. So it was just like,
Exactly.
here's your stuff. Get out of my house.
Exactly.
Change the locks.
Change the locks. Exactly. Oh, the comment section is gonna roast us in a couple of minutes. Cheers. Exactly. Cheers. Understandable. Thank you. With love and sun and moon. I can't keep. The worst stories was the case in Florida. Same cup dead when one of the best found. Oh my god!
I think I heard about that one too.
Wait. Let me read this again. There are worse stories in the case of Florida where somebody came up dead when no one, their best friend, found.
I think it was magic.
Turn him on. I don't get it. Tell me more about this. Tell me more.
I think they were best friends, and they were friends for 10 years, and he knew about the collection, and he finally just was like, no, it's worth it to kill my 10-year-old, like my best friend of 10 years, and just take his collection. I forget all the details, but it was insane. And because I want to say this is when Pokemon was like nothing. And it was an article I read that it was like, oh man, no one's going to kill me over my Pokemon card collection. And then here we are. And I'm like, someone might kill me over my Pokemon card collection. Like, I don't think I want to risk this.
My mom does not know how much of a collection I have. I don't know if you've seen up there. I'll move it up real quick. Oh my goodness. I don't want to mess around with all this stuff that I have.
Oh wow, there's I knew you had at least two shelves.
I have a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot of crap. And this is just a portion of what I have. She was just like, honey, if anything ever happened to you, I will sell you cards. And I'm like, they're worth a lot of money. And I always make this joke. And she goes, honey, it's $200, honey. She thinks all of this was $200. She's like, what am I going to, it's $200, honey. No one's going to buy for $200. She doesn't know like Craigslist or anything. She'll probably put it in a garage sale. The moment I heard that, you know what I did? I put everything on a trust.
I was
everything.
About to say,
I put everything in a trust.
Mom,
I put everything in a trust. I just go, no way.
I got it, and I will start liquidating your collection to fund all of your cat rescue organizations.
I did. That's what I did. If anything ever happened to me, the cats will be very happy. Well, the cats are very happy now, but the cats will be more happy.
More happy
you're more happy cats. So I fun it. How long have you been friends? Have you? I want to meet you in person, but we've been friends for 10 years.
We literally live as far away as possible in the US. You're in California. I'm in North Carolina.
Yeah.
We are on like the edges of the coast of the US. I don't know how long it's been. 10 years is probably an understatement, maybe.
It's been a very long time. We've been friends for a long time, and she has my back. Someone tried to take away my she was selling me her Japanese collection, and I made a mistake with sharing it on public. And someone tried to message her, we won't talk much, but she got my back. She's like, this girl is not. Someone says, I don't know. I was telling people like,
and someone contacted me about it, saying like, trying to make it out like you were a liar and you were.
And I'm a scammer.
A scammer, yeah. And I'm like, oh no, I know who you're talking about. No, I'm actually very happy with the amount that we've agreed to, and I'm very happy to see my collection going to a new home. And and I kind of got the idea like that he was trying to
resell it,
to flip and resell, and I'm like, nope. I know her very well. I don't know you though.
Exactly. We known each other for 10 years. I thought it was so funny. Oh my Lord. I thought it was so funny. How many loose booster packs are too many? I have 73 and I should start hoarding. That's very little. That's very little.
Is there a number of too many?
Just kidding. There is.
But if you start to get too many, it's just a matter of where am I going to store it and how am I going to safely store it where you're covered in case something happened.
Oh, you guys, Poke Knowledge is here. I've been a net seller this year in items, and I think are in danger of dropping price. With how much you have sent to PSA, are you worried about final value fees? Oh, that's such a good question. That's a really good question.
Yeah, I think there is a general worry because I don't know, you obviously you pay so much up front, but as prices have got increased even more since I've sent off and then fallen some, they could hit me with another bill for, whatever it is after that. I think the trick is for the final value fees or making sure that you get a profit is when you get the card back, probably to unless you know it's something that's really going to increase in value over time and you want to wait it out, I think you just need to sell it then, especially if you're doing modern stuff. I haven't sent off a lot of modern things, and I think the most modern stuff I think I have sent off are like full arts and full art secret rares from like Black and White, and I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I've even gotten to the X and Y stuff. There's boxes of like X and Y and Sword and Shield, some of the golds and things that I'm considering sending off. But I honestly don't expect those to make a good profit. I try and look at every card and it's like, okay, well, this is what I could sell it for raw. This is the cost to grade. I need to be able to make significantly more to allow for a little wiggle room.
Exactly.
Yeah. You never know when that market's going to drop.
Exactly. And I think that's where people are going to lose a lot of money. I'm a straight shooter, you guys. I'll tell you guys, I need to fix this camera in just a tad bit. It's a little bit crooked because it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, you're showing the upper shelf.
Exactly. So this is where I think people are going to lose a lot of money. This is where it is, especially with the new collectors who are very misguided, right? They open the pack. Oh, I don't know how they do it. They open the pack, they get the card graded. They will think that card, that value, whatever they see there, it's going to be that price when they get their cards back. It's not always. It's not always. Because if you're doing it, how many other people are doing it? They're going to undercut themselves. And that's why we talked about this a lot, and I talked about a lot in this channel. You got to minimize the risk. There's so many risks, and you don't know how many cards are getting sent out there, how many cards are going to come back at 9, or even if your card even comes back at 10. And that's where, and you know what else is kind of funny? When people spend all that money to do that grading, right? Grading is what we saw, $23, $26, and they buy the card, that's $10. But if they type in PSA 9 or PSA 10, and the card sells, a 10 sells for $40, why are you grading it? Just buy the darn card, right? Yeah. Exactly what you said. Just buy the darn card. And that's where I don't think a lot of new collectors, they don't know how to do that. Just a quick search. And think about this, right? If a new card that just came out with a 10, that just came out, do your calculation, do the fees and all of that. Are you going to make money? And I think that's where it goes wrong. Now everybody's paying a premium price to open a pack, paying a premium price to get the cards graded, and they don't calculate anything. And when they get it back, is your end goal to make money? The problem is not. So I'm going to let you go with the next question. And I have to fix the camera. Don't buy my stuff. Pay exactly. What do you think about this? And I'm going to let you full screen while I fix the camera real quick. Do you think price is going to drop?
I think they're going to drop for the modern stuff. I really think vintage is going to be safe for a while. Kind of what we were talking about earlier, like pre-Black and White. I think all of that stuff is going to be pretty safe. But the people that are doing exactly what you just said, opening up newer packs, taking them out, sending them off to be graded, those are the cards that I think are going to really, really drop, and you're not going to get your money back. We might see a little bit of a dip in vintage stuff just because of, the market exploding last year, and a lot of people doing what I'm doing now is, saying, okay, I'm going to go through my stuff and grab this and then, send this off. And so now we're almost a year later and all that stuff is going to be getting returned. So we might see a little bit of a dip, but at the same time, you're talking about these vintage cards where there's a there's a limited capacity for them anyways. They're not going to be reprinting these anytime soon. And they were printed in a time when Pokemon wasn't big, so people weren't caring about them. Some kids were sticking them in their back pockets, and so finding them in good enough condition to grade was a challenge in itself. So I think you're right that all prices will drop sooner than later, but I think for vintage stuff, it's not going to be a significant enough drop that's really going to hurt profit lines. Modern. Yeah, I haven't sent my stuff off for that exact reason. I figure it is more important to get my older stuff sent off first. And you know, in a year from now, maybe we can. And that's kind of why I'm not too bummed about my collection, like selling it all, because this process is going to take years. The grading and the sorting and the selling. I have a feeling a year from now, I'm still going to be spending, you know, a few hours a day, several a week or whatever, dedicated to the process. I don't think the market is going to crash, like to say, well, we're going to go back to 2018, 2019
I don't think so.
prices.
I don't.
So, yeah.
I don't think so. Do you mind? I'm going to elaborate on this real quick. But before I do, thank you so much for all the viewers. If you do have time, please drop over from Kat's channel. Drop over my channel. Please drop a like and a sub. I would really, really appreciate it. Kat and I have been great friends and we support each other. So please do. But I do want to elaborate on this is what my opinion is. I do think vintage is going to hold some value. I don't think it's going to crash completely. I think it's going to hold because it steadily has been going up a little bit gradually for the past 8 years. From what I'm so, but that doesn't mean that people should go out and buy premium packs and do those box breaks and pay $900 for a pack when they can pull a card for that's worth like $8, $27, or $50. Okay, does that mean that? It just means that perhaps. You know, if you do want to collect, probably vintage is probably one of the best way to go. Does not mean if you do want to invest, does not mean you go and you pay those box breakers a huge ton of money, because I don't think you'll probably be going to making a lot of money in the end. So
No.
that people are paying $900, $800 to open a card that's worth like $25.
Yeah.
They'll get them graded and they'll get a 9. They'll be like, why am I not making money? Well,
yeah, there's a lot of websites that track the prices of PSA things. I mean, even just eBay's completed listings will give you an idea of what the PSA cards are currently selling for. So, it's a lot of research to determine. Like I did send off, you know, just base set, common, uncommon cards off to CGC to be graded before they jumped up to 15. And I had to look at that and it was like, okay, well, you know, this is a 50-cent card or a dollar card, putting $9 into grading it. So that's $10 a min.
Exactly.
But a PSA 9, even on this card, is going for, you know, maybe just $20. And it's like, well, you know, that's still a $10 profit on a card that was under $1 or under. Now that's a lot more work to go through that process, but you know, if you do that, if you have the cards, you know, 200 plus cards, you know, that could add up to something that's worth your time. And again, for me, I think that's where the fun of it comes back into it, where I do still enjoy this aspect of the hobby. I enjoy, you know, having something on in the background, a movie or a TV show, and sitting here examining, you know, can I find
I do that.
Can I find this thing, you know, there's a little edge whitening here, but it's really minor versus, no, that one's a little thicker. I don't think I'm going to send that one off. Try and decide, you know, well, you know, what's the worst case that it can get and still make a profit, you know, even if, especially on the common and uncommon stuff, if you got to make sure you're at least making a few dollars in profit.
That's what I've been telling everybody. Everybody, that's what I've been telling. But Luckins is shut down for PSA, but it's still open for CGC. Yeah. So that's what
I think your sound went out.
Oh, sorry. That's what I've been telling everybody. I just see, Luckins isn't shut down. They're doing it for CGC, but just not for PSA. That's what I've been telling everybody when I do my box break. Unless they're adamantly they don't want their bulk, I give them their bulk, right? Because you can make money out of that. You can trade. Why are you now? It's in the hobbies like people are paying more to get less. Have you realized that? They're paying more to get less. They're not getting their codes. They're not getting the bulk. You know, they're not sometimes they're not even getting the reverses. And that was the best part for me is to, well, eventually I became a hoarder, as you can tell. But but you know, don't be like me. Don't hoard a lot of things. Trade in your bulk. And Safari Zone says back then, I don't know if they're still doing it now for CGC, but you can trade your bulk. You can, I think it's 100, no, is it 1,000, 1,500 of common and commons, and you get one card graded. And people took advantage of that. So that's why I'm such a huge proponent. Keep your bulk, maximize everything that you have. That's how we fund, and we had to fund the collection because Pokemon is pretty darn expensive to collect.
Well, and that's what before the prices went up. That's how I would get my booster boxes. Were through sometimes these people that would trade. I forget what the going rates were back there, but like, you know, I feel like it was something like 5,000 cards, common and uncommon cards would get you a booster box. And it was like an $80 booster box back then. And yeah, so I'd sit there and I'd count out all these bulk things that I had opened up from other product and go ahead and throw it around. And oh yeah, that is a great question.
I know, I have a picture to show you guys. Oh my goodness!
I looked at this person's Etsy page and saw.
I did. I saw it. I'm gonna try to find it.
I know I did see something about, like, you know, someone reaching out to PSA, telling them what was going on, because I think they were saying that they think if PSA registers a complaint, they can get them shut down. Because even though they're saying, you know, this isn't real, this is a mock, a proxy, something like that, people are taking them and then going and pretending like they're the real thing. And that
I have it. Let me try to find it.
It's so scary to me, is that I'm kind of glad that I'm kind of I've got a reputation that I'm building where I can say, you know, this person can vouch for me. Here's my paperwork for getting this PSA card in. This is legit, the real deal, and not something that someone made on Etsy. So yeah, that I saw that and I just kind of freaked out a little bit. That was very scary to me.
I know, I saw it. I did screenshot it. I just don't know where it is. I have it. And the thing is that new collectors are getting scammed by this. And they're getting scammed by this. I saw it, and
it's such an easy scam.
Got scammed by it. Oh my god! He wanted to know whether they were real. I saw that post. Let me try to look at it. Vintage Pokemon. There you go. No, you guys do not say that name here. Ooh, oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh my goodness, you guys. He's on tomorrow. Just to let you guys know, he's on tomorrow. Oh, let me, you guys looking. They're great. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. Let's not bring him up here. Please, Shiny Legends, the Japanese box. Oh, okay. There's a rumors. Only reason I've been said he's usually pretty good. Oh, he's great. Ross is great. I'm gonna double check the video. XY evolution is done. I absolutely agree. Okay, while you look that, answer this question, and then I'm gonna try to look for that post. Do you have any cool stories about era or miscut cards that you had in your collection?
Nothing ever too crazy. They were always like weird common or uncommon cards. Where I remember, and I don't know if I could ever find the video because I can't even remember what set it was, but it was something in like a tin or a blister pack or whatever that I opened it up, and like on the back it was cut in half. You had like half of the Pokeball on the left side, the other half on the right side. I've had some weird centering ones, and when I was trading a lot of cards back and forth, I really thought these miscut cards were really cool, or error issues or whatever. So people would send them to me as like extras and trades. And so for a while I had this like pages upon pages of just random things that were really off center. As far as cool stories, I think probably the only one I have, it's not miscut, but I guess you'd call it the error one. It was the jungle set that I actually opened up in my big opening, that there was a print run where they forgot to print the actual jungle symbol on it. And it just so happened that box, I opened that up, and I don't think I realized that I was opening up that particular run during the opening, and it was someone commented on later on. I look back and I'm like, oh, I was just so excited to open up the jungle set that I didn't realize that I was opening up this really weird error line where it was missing the symbol. It was only for the holo cards. So actually those are some that I recently sent off to have graded, were these, I think they're just called no symbol jungle holo cards. and that's just a weird error that they had. But yeah, that's probably the only cool story I have, is that I opened up a box that had those holos in it and didn't realize that I had it until after I uploaded the video and someone had to tell me.
Darn, I still can't find that post, but it was just so sad that he fell for it. I will find that post, but it was so sad with the new collectors falling for it.
Yeah.
Let me go here. Sometimes the comments just refresh and just kind of annoys me just a tad. There we go. There's oh my goodness. It is. It is. It is. It is. Blazer, it is. That's him. Yes, please, let's not. Oh, let the roast begin. No, we're not going to do it. We are not going to do that, you guys. I'm here. Oh, don't worry, SRR. Don't worry about it, you guys. You know, let the trolls or they have fun. It's great for the content. I don't mind. But sometimes it gets a little bit out of hand. I have to block, so don't worry. You guys, truly Pokemon coast to coast. Okay,
Yeah.
Kat, if a Pokemon crash, are you gonna buy back some of your collections for the memory? Ooh, what a good question.
You know, and I think that's when people ask, am I selling the whole thing? I've kind of said, you know what, I'm going to keep on selling while the market is good. And if the market crashes, I'll just hang on to whatever I have left, because chances are whatever I have left are going to be PSA cards or cards I wanted to get graded or something like that. And if it really crashes, knowing especially now what the prices got to, I think it would just be a good idea to go and buy back some of what you sold, because we might hit another pandemic, or even in 20 years from now, you might hit those astronomical prices again. So I guess it just depends on how much Pokemon would need to crash. And I think at that point, I wouldn't go back and try and my goal of, you know, keep getting one of every single card for the main sets and continuing to try and keep up with it. I probably just go back and buy, you know, cards that I more as an investment thing. Say, you know, I really think these are going to be good to invest in. Oh, you found it. Yeah, I mean, that just looks so real.
It does.
Oh, that just that made me so sad when I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's just one more worry people have to think about now.
Some guy posted he got scammed. He got 3 of it. I think he got the Charizard, the Blastoids, and another card. And he paid a lot of money for it. I think that was the same post that we were talking about. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. People, that's the problem. It's like they don't know, right? And sometimes when a deal is too good to be true, it's probably that's the reason why. But I think in that case, he paid a lot of money for it to found out that it was fake. And
well, so I'm worrying too about like what happens with returns. Like someone buys a legitimate PSA whatever card off of eBay, they get it in, they see the certification number, and they get someone on Etsy to make a copy of it and then return the card. And they return the fake card. And I mean, I don't know if I could tell the difference unless I'm holding both of them, you know, side by side type of thing. Yeah. PokeGal is going to hit your wallet. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gonna be well worth it though. Like we kind of talked about, you know, getting cards graded and how that makes your collection value grow. It could easily be something like, well, yeah, I got hit with this big bill. I'm gonna sell 5 of the cards and pay it off. Yeah.
Yeah. King Gary was on my my live Q&A, and I think he devoted about 20 minutes talking about PSA. I thought it was so funny. He's like, I apologize. I said, keep on going, Gary. Keep on going. So I thought it was really funny. I think Nick's Pokemon or Nick Strength in Pokemon asked him a question. He just went on it. I thought it was so funny. You guys check out how Gary's answered this. SRR, any advice for a new collector on how to approach the hobby right now? Wow.
Oh, set your goals to be reasonable. You know, don't think you're gonna, like PokeGal was talking about, you know, don't just whatever ultra rare you get from a pack, send it off to be graded. If you're a collector, just enjoy whatever you get. You know, you can always grade later on down the road. That exactly. Buy what you like. Make sure you're enjoying what you're getting and you're enjoying the process. If you don't want to stand in the long lines or you don't want to pay the scalpers, don't do any of those things and just take it slow and make sure you're enjoying what you're doing, because otherwise you're just going to get burnt out and you're not going to want to do it anymore.
Exactly. Blazer, I agree. Let me know, Cat, the junk slap era is coming. Oh, it's starting to come. I see it.
Yeah.
Pokemon World. I always tell them Pokemon World and Burbank, people they're not selling. The slabs from PSA are not selling. They're not. These claim sales, no one's buying.
No.
No one's buying. Thank you. We think alike. We know because I watched it. I don't even have to look at the data. I just have to look in those posts, what's selling, what's not selling. And now that me and you, we've been through it. Up and down, up and down. We know. It's up. It's going to go down. The junk slap. And that's just only a portion, you guys. The flood is going to come. And I tell everybody, if you want to, the flood's going to come. They're going to come back. And people are going to lose money. And I'm a straight shooter. I tell them how it is. They're going to lose their money, right? People are going to undercut. They're undercutting right now. I saw so many posts on Facebook Marketplace and Burbank and Pokemon World. Prices slashed. And I just did the quick calculation. I'm like, you're barely squeezing by with that profit, how much that you paid for it. I just did the calculation. And that's just a little portion, you guys. When it all comes back, get your money ready. Because you guys are the smart ones. You guys waited. You guys are going to buy. Let me know your opinion on this.
Oh yeah, and I think when that market does get flooded, if you've been one of these people that have sent off all your stuff, I think you need to be prepared to just sit there with it. If you're going to put your card out when there's 100 more like it, let all those people rush over it and drag the price down. Be willing to wait, maybe even a few years. And I don't think I have to worry about that with a lot of my vintage stuff that I'm getting graded. I think that's going to maintain a pretty good, solid value. But if it does crash, then there's plenty of room in the cabinets right now. I'm just going to set it aside and we'll wait 5-10 years. Because that was my plan, was that I would eventually sell my collection, I think, when it came time for like my kids to go to college, that sort of thing, where I had like something big I really wanted to need a good chunk of change for or something like that. And so I could just revert back to that plan. If I expected to get $200 out of this card, and because the market is flooded with them that's selling for 50, well, then it can go and sit in the closet and maybe I'll break it out in 5 or 10 years and it'll get that $200. But if you're not willing to wait, you shouldn't be grading.
Yes, I tell everybody who watches me saying, look, I've been doing this years and years and years. I tell everybody, I'm very honest. I'm still in Vivid Voltage. I'm still in Vivid Voltage. That's how slow I am. And I that's why I always contact you. I'm like, and I know the people in the community after everything, I'm like, hey, can you sell me this? And that's when I get low bottom prices to collect, to complete my collection. And I honestly think, and I know, because everybody that I bring in the stream, they all say this exact same thing. And these people, I was telling the people that watches me, the people who made the most money, or probably is making the most money in Pokemon, are sitting on things and not buying. Have you noticed that, or just me?
Yeah, and I think that's what you have to be willing to do is if you want to keep up with it, you have to be willing to just take whatever you have, sit on it. And I know we had even the same discussion about grading, where we were talking about grading thousands upon thousands of cards, and then it was like, well, there's no rush. You're going to have those cards in 5-10 years and you can get them graded, then it's not going to be a problem. You're in no rush.
Exactly.
Especially if you're not, you don't need to sell. And I think that's where it's like a need to, like a lot of these people that are coming in, they're coming at it from a business perspective. They need to sell, they need to get their profits back, where as someone like myself, I'm selling what I already had. If it's not going to be something that's going to be worth it, then I just save it and I hang on to it, and we'll try again another day, type of thing.
Exactly. And people have messaged me asking me, can you buy my collection? And I declined them. I said, no, I'm going to wait a little bit more, because I know someone's gonna undercut his price. I just know when
Right.
it's gonna come back, and I feel it. It's already happening right now. It's gonna flood it. Be patient. The people that are waiting right now, you guys are gonna save a lot of money. Let the people pay those crazy premium packs or whatever premium prices for those packs. Let them overpay for those box breaks. When they come back, you guys, they can't sell. You guys will buy and you guys will save the most money. Let them take that risk for the little joy and take whatever enjoy paying that box breaks. $900 a pack. Let it comes back at 9 or 10 and let it flood. You guys will come, and that I do predict that, and I feel it. I do. I see it already. I see it already that they're not selling, and I talked to a lot of people, and they're saying, Anna, about a month or two ago, I could sell this in 1 or 2 days. Now weeks, I have no seller, and I have to keep undercutting. Now I barely even squeeze by making a profit. And I said, well, and they are selling early now. Anyways, just on my tangent there. Is it still worth getting cards graded or just sell for good pictures or best offer on eBay? Ooh, you do sell on eBay, so I think this is best offer. Yeah.
It completely depends on the card. So like I had a reverse hollow TV reporter from Dragon, and that was kind of this weird error where they kind of forgot to print it for a while, and so they were super hard to find. I actually had it listed. We have seen a bit of a drop in the bubble a little bit, and so I had this. It had a few surface scratches, and so I decided not to grade that one because I felt like it might get a 7, might even get lower. So I thought it's not worth risking grading this one. I put it up on some Facebook groups, and I had people say, "Oh yeah, this is a fair price for this card," but didn't have any takers, and I ended up throwing it on eBay and. Still made a couple $100 off of it. And I think I had originally bought the thing for like 50 or less. So for me, that was still a very good net profit. And that was a card I wasn't going to be getting graded anyways. So I think it just depends on how old the card is. A lot of this vintage stuff, if you think it's going to get an 8 or above, especially Wizards of the Coast stuff, if it's going to get that good of a grade, probably worth it to go ahead and get it graded, or assuming that you're looking at selling. I have seen some cases on eBay when I check like the completed sales or whatever, where I'm looking at a card that mine has a little bit of edge whitening or something, and so it's still probably near mint, but it's not something I'm going to get graded. It's a $10 card. But I'm seeing mostly, $10 sale prices, some a little lower. And then I'll see one that's like $30. And it's that $30 one that has a lot of pictures. And you can see like it is packed fresh. It is mint. There is no edge whitening, not a single scratch. This might be a PSA 10. And so people are willing to pay 3 times the price for it. In cases like that, so you really have to take each and every card. It's very tedious on a case-by-case basis. If you think you have an actual PSA 10 for like something that's a common or uncommon reverse from an EX series, it might be better just to throw that on eBay and let someone pay $30 for the card rather than you risk sending it off and getting, maybe you're only going to get a PSA 8 or 9 and then it's going to be worth that $30. And so like when I'm looking at grading some of these EX series cards, knowing that it's going to be nearly $20 to grade, the raw value has to be like $5 or less, and then the PSA value has to be like $40 plus. You got to make consider your time. You got to make you have a profit range that you're comfortable with. So
Correct.
Yeah, that may not have answered your question because it really just depends on the card. You have to research every single card. What may work for one is not going to work for another.
Correct. And it's hard because, especially with modern cards right now, how many hidden fates, how many shiny face chars are getting pulled daily to go get graded, and how much is going to come back, right? So just because there's a shiny face Charizard now that's sold for $300 doesn't mean the next 6 months or the next whenever you get your card back, it's going to stay 100 because the flood it's going to come and people are going to it's going to go lower and lower and lower. That's
Well,
true.
and we've already seen that with was it the
Yeah.
Shining Fates
Mhm.
Charizard, where those people that were pulling them immediately, sending them off for
Yeah.
express grading,
Yeah.
getting back the 9s and the 10s, and they were able to sell them for over 1,000. And I think even like a Black Label Beckett was going for several thousand. And then as people started to pull more of them and they started sending more
Yep.
off for grading, now you can get a good grade for like a few $100s and the raw card itself for a couple $100 when it used to be a 500 plus card. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that particular Charizard is a great example of what I think is, like you said, is coming with the modern grading card era is that once everyone sends their stuff in and it comes back and floods the market, and no one's gonna be paying those astronomical prices.
Nope. That's when the people are going to lose the most money. Question for everyone here: estimate how many slabs collector / buyer are in the world, not in the U.S. Ooh,
That's a really good question, because
I
I
know.
know that Ludkins has like a European branch, and so they help
They
get
do.
things PSA graded through there. But for the rest of the world, I honestly, in order to get, if you wanted an English PS, or well, I guess any language PSA card, you'd have to work through a middleman or whatever. So, I do not. Any stacks of evolution cards, which that sounds really familiar. I guess we didn't finish that sale or trade, but I do remember at one point, and actually I have the containers right beside me. They're these little plastic things that they have little, like, they indent, and I would put the cards in here with a top loader on either end, and I would literally have mountains. I've got dozens of these things. I'd have mountains of them set on like a table on the far side of the room. And I want to say that there was a stack of Espeons in there that sat there for quite a while before it finally got retired back into the binders.
That's really funny. I do think there are a lot of collectors, but I don't think they're big spenders. I think there's the big spenders are very small. That's where it is. So it's definitely a niche. So, but that's what I think. But people coming back. Let me go here. Most collectors I know are binder collectors.
And honestly, I don't know.
Me and you were binder collectors.
I can't remember his name now, but there was someone on YouTube that I enjoyed watching back in the day that was all PSA, like he and man,
Jetman Pokemon, is that him?
Yes. And he
I'm gonna invite him on.
Places. Is he still around?
He is. I'm gonna invite him on.
And get like dirt cheap PSA graded cards. And I'm like, and looking back now, I'm like, I didn't do that because of the storage space. I did not have the space. The binders themselves are taking up 2 bookshelves. I did not have enough space to collect the slabs or the expense to do that. And now it's like, seeing all the time and effort I'm trying to go into grading now, it's like, that's what I should have done is say, okay, we're going to reevaluate the collecting and put it into slabs.
Yeah. How many Pokemon? There are a lot. There are a lot of Pokemon. There are a lot of Pokemon. My point is, probably most fans were too late to buy slabs now, but allow the supply in the market, and new people will buy more at affordable price and keeping the graded cards through hands.
I like that. And I really hope we do get a lot of that, especially with the pandemic and people that had jobs where they could commute or like telecommute. So they weren't these people getting laid off. They had extra funds and they were like, let me go relive my childhood, and I'm willing to pay the high prices. And so in a way, I do hope, I'm loving that the pandemic, we're reopening and things are starting to get a little bit back to normal. But I kind of hope that maybe we'll see not like another wave, but maybe enough of a wave to help keep things steady of people that are, they're able to get back to work. They're getting their income back, and they're saying, you know what, I want to get back into this, or I want to get, maybe they had to take a break for a while, and now they're like, hey, I can get back into this, and maybe they will be enough, the population we need to keep the PSA graded market steady. Maybe not for the modern stuff, but like just for the older vintage
I
stuff.
don't think the modern. I think it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. I've seen it. I'm seeing it right now. New collectors are taught to trust PSA and what's killing the scam. But the thing is, because when you open packs, right, people always say, "Oh my God, it's a PSA 10, PSA 9," and they don't really go say it's a GCC. I'm sorry, a CG. Oh my God, I can't talk. Oh my God, I guess I can't say. Yeah, they don't really say that, right? Or GMA. So it's kind of ingrained in them, probably by accident. I don't think that they. Yeah, so that's what I think.
I
But
think
yeah,
PSA is definitely default. I think Beckett.
CGC. There you go.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Beckett proxies, the fake Beckett's to come out now that PSA has them. Because Beckett's always been, if you can get a 10 Beckett, that's worth more than usually a 10 PSA. So that just scares me, is the potential fakes.
That is very true. Whew. Let me go towards the question. I'll do anything for a dollar. Fake PSI. Yeah, they are. They are. That's fake. I'm not selling. That is fake. Let me go here. Uh-oh, the comments just refreshed itself. What is going on? What is going on? 1 second, you guys. The thing just totally refreshed itself. Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. It just went back. StreamYard. Woo! You guys are okay. Sometimes the comments just refresh itself. I apologize if I missed your comments, you guys. I do not do it intentionally. It just cuts off after a while. There you go. So, okay. I think it just went. Uh-oh. Okay, there you go. Woo! Sorry about that, cat. I guess to hide the serial numbers, but I used to laugh at it, but now is a concern. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No worries. In your next rip and ship, I'll buy some packs. Hopefully you're there for it. What's your favorite set? Well, I'm not too sure what he means by that. The only reason to hide the serial number is to hide the cards where you get it from. If you're making a deal with collector, you don't want others to know you're getting it. Oh, well, now no. There you go. People are buying PSA. I'm buying. Oh, there's special. How do you feel about the price of modern Japanese boxes compared to English counterpart, i.e., Shiny V versus Shiny Fates? Ooh, that's a good question.
So that was always exciting for me as a collector, that I could buy 6 boxes of Japanese, and I think you guarantee like 2, or I think it was like you get 2 EXs and maybe like 1 full art, maybe. It's like 3 ultra rares in a box. For the same price of like 2 English booster boxes, and the rates were not guaranteed. So I've really always loved that. It was a good time in my life when I could afford to maintain like collecting the English stuff and buying several boxes of Japanese, because you really felt like you were getting your money's worth on the Japanese boxes. And technically, you would be paying more than even what their Japanese retail was, and cost to export it, and tariffs and all that stuff. So while I don't know the prices on them right now, I assume it's still probably the same, where a Japanese box is cheaper as far as comparing the numbers or whatever to an English box.
Sort of. I went to get a Shiny V box, and oh my God, I forgot what is the Shiny Fates Japanese box, they're called. I totally forgot, you guys. Anyways, the Shiny V right now is 120. The distributor's pricing was 110. I went, oh my goodness. The Shiny Fates, the counterpart, was it? Oh my God, I can't think of it. Was $325 a box.
Oh boy, that's different than what it used to be.
Oh yeah, it went. So before I would usually hoard a lot of English. Now I stopped a little bit with, investing in Pokemon. But I'm going back in very slowly, and I'm doing a lot of EV Heroes, right? I'm buying a lot of EV Heroes. And the distributor's pricing for EV Heroes, woo, they went up. I went up, and I think, whatever, part of the greed, but that's okay. It is what it is, right? It's hard for them to get it too, at least I think. So it went up, And in Eevee Heroes booster box is 150 right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's nuts. So it is. It depends. So in some Japanese, because they have like the limited they have the limited sets now, like the new limited releases. So what I'm betting on is to, and I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. I tell them everything. I tell my buyers what I do. I go on eBay every day, or almost every day. I just type in Pikachu limited cards, and I just buy them. And I have a bunch of Pikachus. That's it. I stopped buying English Modern. That's what I stopped doing. And every set, like the Pikachu sets and all that, the Misty set, the collection, I'm buying them and I'm gonna store it and just for my own collection, and it's part of my sealed collection. That's what I'm doing. I'm not. That's why I'm so behind. I'm so behind on English. I'm at Vivid Voltage.
Well, and that's really smart because, like, if Pokemon completely collapses, Pikachu and Charizard are the two faces that will survive. And so if your collection is just like, you know, obviously you've got a ton more stuff, but that Pikachu part of your collection is always going to be safe.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so that's what I think. What I'm gonna do, but again, just because it's a Charizard doesn't mean it depends on how easy
yeah, well,
and
and I think that's right now everyone goes after the Charizards.
Yeah.
So yeah, limited edition Pikachu. Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what I do. Yeah, like the Hidden Fates thing, Charizard. People are grading it left and right. Just because it's Charizard doesn't mean that's gonna sell.
Right.
The best comment goes to James. Okay, this is the best question there is. Are you ready for it, Kat?
I'm ready.
How many Bellsprouts do you want?
Okay, so in order to figure that out, and this would be probably, I'm sure I've had to sell a few Bellsprouts from at least from my Japanese Bellsprouts. I know I've passed on. So I only collect one of each card. Like I've all of my bulk has long since gone. So we would have to determine how many Bellsprouts have been printed, and that would be my number. And I know Bulbapedia has a list of every Bellsprout that they have. So we're going to pull that
I've
up.
accidentally hoarded over 2,000 Bellsprout. First edition. I don't know how I've hoarded that much, but it's in a box in my storage. And my roommate looked at me and like, what were you thinking? I said, I don't know. That damn card just follows me everywhere. Wow, so I have a lot of Bellsprouts.
The list, man, there really aren't that many Bellsprouts. There's been like about 20 Bellsprouts that were made. So if you assume that I had like the Japanese version in the first edition, we're probably still only talking about 50 Bellsprouts. I mean, that's still probably and look now that's from pre or after my bulk days. So you know, after selling off all the bulk. Because I recognize some of these. So like, yeah, when I opened up boxes of Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Legend Maker, yeah, I probably had 20 Bellsprouts or something.
Sell us your generation packs for $2 to $5. You guys missed that sale. I had a good sale. Hey, you're awesome. Always loved your channel. There you go. Him say that his puck just sits there and he's wow. There you go. Let's talk about his stuff, and Pow sits there and there is a retrace happening right now. See, that's what I've been telling. I created this channel and I went on a tangent and I went all of this and I didn't even have to look at the numbers. I just know, but mainly because I do finance and I kind of know what's happening with the economy, and I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's it's based on my experience, based on what I do. I just kind of know, and I always tell people, and people are like, you're negative. I'm like, no, I just kind of tell people what I think it is. And thanks for asking my question. Okay, most of the cards are worthy of grading are Wizard of the Coast, and I'm nervous to send them. Have you ever had a bad experience with grading, such as a lost card?
I haven't had that personal experience, but we kind of touched on this earlier, where if you're going through a middleman service like Ludkins, that takes away all that fear. They know what they're doing. I'm pretty sure they send all their stuff insured. And when I sent my stuff to Ludkins, I used priority mail. So I knew it was getting in there within a minimum of a few days. I've shipped and sold and traded all over the world. I've had lost packages before. However, I have never had anything lost when I've sent it priority. So I make sure that with my stuff I'm getting graded, I send it priority. Everything's always, even when the post office was running so slow, there were a few times I'm like, oh my God, it's been sitting in this city for 3 days now. What's going on? It should have been there by now, and it's still gotten there. Make sure you package them really well, extra layers of bubble wrap, and obviously all the proper card saver top loader, but they're only accepting card savers now, so no top loaders. But I really haven't heard of any direct horror stories as far as like lost cards. I'm sure they're out there, especially
I have.
People sending directly to PSA. I can see like the mail just losing them. I don't know if I've heard one about like someone going through Ludkins or something like that where
no, not at all. Not at Ludkins. I highly recommend that graded gem. But for anybody that's watching, all the viewers, I'm telling you guys right now, a PokeGal announcement. When you grade your cards, please do not send them to a PokeTuber that you cannot see his or her face, that you cannot track, that don't have a Facebook, that doesn't have an Instagram. Please, you guys, please. Do not send your expensive cards to somebody that you can't see their face, that you can't track them down. If they close their channel, your cards are gone and they can swap. Please, if you guys sent your cards through a secondary party, Luckins, Graded Gem, or somebody very reputable, check their reputation before you send them. I'm saying this this is what happened, and this was on, I think, Burbank, and it was posted on Pokemon Feedback. Somebody on Instagram did a massive sell saying Santa's bow $10. Deal was way too good to be true. People, new collectors, were sending him thousands and thousands of cards. He closed his Instagram account. The guy disappeared. And it happened last year in June. I remember this because I remember that, and it went crazy on Instagram. Please, I'm telling you guys, it's okay. I firmly trust Luckins. Charlie is wonderful. Graded Gem's wonderful. If you guys are sending your cards, whoever is watching, do not send it to a PokeTuber or anybody that you do not see your face. Okay, you can swap the card. I'm not saying that anybody does it, but for your own protection, because you do not know. You do not know. And not only that, why would you trust anybody with your cards that can lose them, right? Right, because you trust them, right? Because you want to minimize the risk as much as possible. And Luckins, when you pay them, it's insured. It's insured. So when you send them, exactly, it's insured. Okay. So when you send this to a third party that you don't even know, just to show up your cards that you're grading them, you're taking the risk of your cards, send it to that person, losing it. That person lose it and send it to PSA, and you're paying a premium for more risk. If you're listening, if you see somebody doing that, I beg of thee, do not do it. Do not do it. New collectors are falling for that. Do not do it. If they are saying that, send the cards in, I'll do it myself. No. Use Luckins, affordable, great. That's what I highly recommend. And that's me going another tangent. I'm hopefully helping the community. And but anyways, it's just do not. I'm really hoping that I will reach out to, and the thing just totally refreshed. George Floyd Gaming. Oh my lord. Oh, that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna block him. I thought that was funny. Sorry, he's still around. I have no idea. The comments just kind of refreshed by itself. So let me go here. Oh, now the comments started to. No one cares about people's collecting journey more than PokeGal. No one preaches more
about the community. Yeah.
No one cares. Do not use this man, for the love of God. Whoever this man, do not, you guys, do not use this guy. Do not. Okay, do not use this guy. There you go. There, what I'm just saying. I'm not gonna ruin the stream by mentioning him. How many meows does a cat Meowth own? That's a good one too. Hey, Alvin, how are you doing?
Yeah, so it'd be the same thing. I'd have to figure out how many Meowths were printing because as much as I love Meowth, I still only collected one of each, and so there's been a bunch of them out there. Now I did for a while. Someone sent them to me. I think as like extras in trades. I had a couple PSA graded Meowths, but I did end up passing those along too. It was like I think a fruit by the foot. It was like a 5 or something like that. It was low. So probably still under 100 Meowth. I mean, Meowth has, I think, had a few more printings compared to Bulbasaur, or not Bulbasaur, Bellsprout. But yeah, not insane numbers. And if the market ever crashed, maybe that'd be something I'd get in. Is I just collect all as many Meowths as I could and just have boxes upon boxes.
Stay away. Stay away. Thank you, Jody. We're not going to go. Stay away from that. I swear I get upcharged less with Luckins too, although I did hit with an upcharge. Because I think PSA is now catching on. They do. You know how people just send their Charizard to bulk and they don't get an upcharge? They're catching on now. Before people can get away with it, they're catching on. They're definitely catching on. I definitely want to answer this question. I thought this was, no, Jody asked a good question that I want your opinion on. Where did it go? The darn thing just keeps refreshing. I apologize, you guys.
I've been trying to read some of the comments, and yeah, they're hard to keep up with.
They are. They really are. I wanted to, okay. I apologize if I missed your comment. The darn thing just cuts off. It's a lot of, okay. This one's a good one. Would you rather own one PSA 10 first edition Charizard or every single card from X, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield in, my second, that's a good one. Every single card from XY, Sun and Moon, and Sword and Shield in Mint Raw.
I think that's pretty.
I go with the former.
You have to go with the Charizard because as someone who had, I'm starting to sell them, of course, but I have all of X and Y, most of Sun and Moon, and the first few complete of Sword and Shield at one point. And if someone told me, hey, I'll take these 3 blocks of sets and give you a PSA 10 first edition Charizard, it'd be like, well, when can you come by and do the swap? Yeah, especially PSA 10. I mean, I think you'd even do that for a PSA 8 these days. That's a good chunk of change.
Yeah, I want to know why I love my Bellsprout. I want to know, Jody, why would you pick that? That's so funny. That's so funny. Kreen is bad. I want to know why. I would probably, that is true too. That's true.
That was one of our big reasons for kind of passing on the CGC grading deal we had, was that our concern was like, well, if PSA is going to give this an 8 or a 9 and CGC may give it a 7, that's going to affect your resale value too. And you know, a CGC 8 was being sold for lower than a PSA 8. It's definitely a lot to, and that's why my only submission to CGC have kind of been, you know, Wizards of the Coast based like common, uncommon type stuff. Yeah. Anyways, where it's like, well, fine, you know, this card might get a 9 at PSA. If you give me an 8, it's only going to be the difference of a few dollars because it wasn't a super valuable card anyways. Yeah. But yeah, that's I have a box that still, once PSA opens back up, assuming they don't open back up for $40 a card or something, I want to send off to them. And I keep going back and forth of, do I want to send this off to CGC? You know, there's some good $100 plus cards in here, and I haven't quite hit that you know, push the red button yet.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm starting to think, and I do think this, Ashley, not starting. I think PSA is a little bit inconsistent. Just a tad.
It is, yeah.
I'm trying to be nice here. Just a tad.
Especially over the years. I think it depends on when you get things graded, and if they had a swarm of new people, yeah.
It's a little bit inconsistent, just a tad. Oh
Oh,
yeah, I will definitely recommend them. I love them. And Charlie Herlocker, which I will invite, he's friends with me on Facebook. Excellent man. Okay,
yes.
I will tell you guys how excellent Charlie is, okay? I will tell you guys how excellent Charlie is. So, God, I hate to bring him up again. But anyways, somebody on YouTube was overcharging for crazy PSA prices, overcharging. And I pulled everybody that was sending him cards towards Luckins. Charlie answered every single one of my Facebook chat sending to them. So basically, I said, here's Luckins, here's Charlie, help them out. He answered every single chat that there was. An excellent man. Luckins is wonderful. I highly, highly recommend Luckins. Wonderful.
I think they've
Amazing customer
even been
service.
involved in, I don't know if it was grading or just authenticating, but like Illustrator cards. I mean,
Correct.
cards that are $100,000.
Correct.
I believe they've been involved in on multiple occasions. And
Correct.
yeah, I didn't trust myself to send directly to PSA. I'm like, no, I need help. And certainly no one else, if I'm going to send you a box that contains thousands of cards worth raw, much less worth graded, I either better know you in person, or you better be essentially a business where I know if something goes wrong, like you said, I know where to find you and I know where to send my lawyer to.
Correct. Because he was disgusted by that action as well. And that's how I knew he was a wonderful, wonderful man for the community. So, not only that's insured. Oh, and they give you a pre-grade. They do not charge. They give you a pre-grade.
They charge now, unfortunately.
They charge now? Oh,
so
no.
my very first submission, I was able to get the free pre-check. But that was back in October of last year. I think it was around November of last year that they started doing charging for pre-checks. Now it's only $1 a card, but and so that it's very reasonable. And I still debated whether or not I should do it. But I was sending in submissions of like 200 cards plus, and I'm thinking, well, that's an extra $200 for those 200. Maybe I'll just. I figure worst case, if I make a mistake and I get like a 6 or a 7 where I thought maybe I'd get an 8 or a better, eating the cost of that difference in value would probably still work out to be in my favor versus a pre-check. But the curiosity is very like tempting. I had a friend that he wanted to get a couple cards graded, like 5 cards, and so he's a coworker of mine, and so he gave them to me, and I sent them along with one of my submissions, and that was right when they stopped the pre-checks, and so we didn't get them, and he's like, but I'm probably not going to see these cards for another year. How am I going to deal with not knowing what they're worth until then? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't. I didn't know. I had to click this box to like get it now, and I kind of emailed them. I was like, can I get these done separately? And they didn't see the email before they had already sent it off. But it's only $1, so
I really like them.
Paying $18.50, I think, is what PSA charges. I like that question. Lego theme. So right now, I've really been getting into the Super Mario Lego theme. That as that's what I've been getting as gifts for like the last few birthdays and Christmases and whatever since they've come out. My mom even got me for an Easter present. She wanted it to be for my birthday, and it was the package that never made it, so she had to order another one. So I got an Easter present of a Lego Mario set. But I also really enjoy like the basic city theme sets. I just love building cities and things as a kid, and space themes. And then a lot of what you see behind me right now, I was able to get 2 bulk lots of Lego Friends last year, and so I'm currently sorting all those out. And that's really new to me because Lego Friends are essentially girl Lego. The minifigures are different, and there's all these bright colors, and they're tailored to girls. And so I'm building a lot of bathrooms. And I've never built a Lego toilet before in any of the boy Lego sets that I've had. and here come Lego girl sets, and you've got bathrooms in concert halls and tree houses and schools, and I'm like, yeah, why don't we have toilets for boys too? So yeah, I'm into a lot of different Lego themes at the moment.
I was gonna pull up your Instagram because I saw
that's all that's on my Instagram right now.
Yeah,
Instagram is solely for keeping track of the Lego sets that I'm currently building.
Does that include promos like Royal Cards? I'm not sure what he means by that. I'm not too sure. Please verify. Include all. Oh, I think they're just talking back and forth. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Would you keep any of your cards? If so, which one card would you pick regardless of value?
Jungle Venonat. That was my very first card. I'm trying to remember now if I actually, it's not the card that my original Jungle Venonat. Unfortunately, I remember that card had a little tear, and I traded it away to a friend at some point when I was a kid. So I'll have to look it up, but I think my Jungle Venonat is actually, I'm getting that one graded too, just because it's pack fresh or whatever. And I think because that was my very first card, if I kept anything, it might be that one.
Gotcha. There's some cards I would not, well, I don't sell any at all, but darn. There's some cards I would just keep for the rest of my life until my mom sell them at a garage sale. That's a joke. Am I the only one who has selected Charizard? It is what it is. I'm ripping Jody. I have no idea what they're ripping, Jody. I was thinking of buying the 2015 World Champions card for $199 in your mint. Is this a good purchase in your opinion? It will be my first World Championship card. I guess the most rare card too. This is probably more on your end because you actually do go to Worlds. So let me know.
So I'm guessing you're talking about like I know 2013 I think was like the tropical winds were 2005 and around that time. Tropical beaches I think were early 2010s. Champions Festival I think was started in 2013. So I'm guessing that's what you're talking about, or the like when you win or place high in the competitive scene, even in BG's the video games, you're awarded a card. I honestly don't know what the prices are on 2015. I know like my 2013 I think are a few $100s in not so perfect condition. So that probably is a reasonable price. Yeah, I'd honestly have to look up like just my quick go-to would just be the eBay's completed listings and just say, what is that card actually going for. But yeah, I'm guessing that's what you're referring to, but maybe it's something a little different and more rare.
Gotcha. Z's here. Oh, I made something for Z. I want to show you what I did. This is what I do when I'm bored. You probably won't get the reference. Look at this. There you go. Look at what oh my God. This is what I do to my audience. I troll them, but they still follow me, which is the weirdest. They still follow me. That's what I do. See, there you go. Thank you. No, there were bots. They'll come back. I had someone botted my channel yesterday. I'm like, come on, dude. Can you like at least bot for another week? Come on.
Right.
I'll get there. Jody, can you please go to the Cat's Meow's Facebook because we're multi-streaming? Can you drop a link to my YouTube on her chat? So please subscribe, you guys. I have so many great guests coming up. I'm so happy. And let me go here, please. Kat, have you seen the Zelda Castle logo set that's made into the next qualifier round?
No, I haven't.
How do I Google that? Tell me what to Google. I want to see that too.
You probably just Google Zelda Lego set.
Really? Okay.
So I know there's like this whole creator series. So I'm considering getting this. It's a Winnie the Pooh set that.
You know what? Share your screen. Share your screen. I'll just stop share. Share your screen. We did this yesterday. We practiced. Share your screen.
Maybe this is it. If I type in qualifier round.
Oh, we got comments on Twitch, you guys. No, they're not showing up on chat, you guys. So we're streaming on Twitch, her Facebook. I'm sorry, Twitch, her YouTube, my YouTube, and my Facebook. And you know what we're gonna do next week? We're doing on Pokemon World. That's how crazy this channel is gonna multi-stream. Oh my lord! Everybody's gonna get tired of my face. They'll be like, "This girl." So we're going on. Share your screen. Let me know. I want to see that as well. There you go.
I'm wondering. Yeah, I think this is probably it. Yeah, and I don't know if I can zoom in on it, but it's got a 10,000 supporters. So I know kind of how the creator series works is that people submit things, and then Lego decides if they actually want to take that and build it into a real set. If they do, I'm gonna have to get this, because right now the Winnie the Pooh set, which would not be nearly as epic as a Legend of Zelda set, is like $100. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to drop $100 on a Winnie the Pooh Lego collector set. But yeah, I think this is it. So this seems super cool. I love the idea of a Lego. I love that you flip it around and you get like the village kind of in the back. And no, this is amazing. Thank you for pointing this out.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not able to drop the link on Cat's Meow channel because I'm not a modern channel. Otherwise, I would. Oh, darn.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, I did not know that. I'll probably go and drop that link. I don't know. That's strange. That is strange. But you guys, since it's 2 hours and a half, I do want to disclose there's a nice giveaway. Kat, what are you giving away? There's a nice giveaway.
I'm trying to remember what set it was from. The Azumarill from Neo Genesis.
Do you have the card?
Oh, it is in the mail to you.
Oh, it is. Oh, I did not know that. You already sent that. Okay, so there's actually going to be 2 cards. So we are going to. You know what? I can pull up my Facebook. Okay. So she shipped it to me. So you guys, let me get this out. I'm going to share. I'm going to get that card. Let me go here. Where are you, Kat? There you are.
The second half of your Japanese cards were sent out this morning.
Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to open that up on live stream. Okay, so Kat graciously donated this to the stream. So there's going to be a giveaway. Of course, there's always giveaway. I love it. So let me go here. Let me share. Okay. So you guys will get this card. Okay, she's sending it to me. If you guys win, I will ship it anywhere in the world. Okay, anywhere on me. You guys will get that card, and for my giveaway, you guys get to pick either one of these. You get to pick Misty, Tentacruel, Slow King, or Articuno. So you get to pick. So you basically get 2 Wizard of the Coast cards. So, but I'm gonna make sure to get the comments. We do the giveaway at the end of the stream. Let me go. Very nice. Let me double check. Okay, so they're not showing up. I think the comment section are a little bit crazy right now because I think we're multi-streaming. So there you go. If I win, I can't wait to get the card in the mail. You guys are really, really, really funny. Let me go here. Pog. I do like Pog. Enjoy your live stream with Mel. Just sub. Perfect. That's really nice. You guys, if you guys are from the Cat's Meow, the Cat's Meowth channel, please go to PokeGal's channel, which is my channel. Please sub and subscribe. I have fire coming up. If you guys, we do live rip and ship at reasonable prices. I'm buying a lot. I'm doing Eevee Heroes. I took about 25 pre-orders for Eevee Heroes. So I'm telling my distributor, I want it all. Remember I told you what I paid? That's what I paid. That was what I paid. I want it all. So hyped. Hey guys, you guys. So we are going, so there's 50 viewers, and this is not included on Facebook and Twitch. So we are, hello, Zeers Tears. Oh, did I make Z go away? He did, he left. But if you guys are, it is PokeGal. Just do like and do. I am not that's probably bots again. I am not falling for that again. Stop. I am not falling for that 1,000 sub again. It's probably going to disappear tomorrow. So I'm not falling for that again. So that's really funny. But Kat, it's my turn to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
So it's my turn to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, may I disclose your daughter's name?
Yes.
How's Alex?
She,
Alice.
Alice is fantastic. She's probably right now wondering where I am because as I left today, I'm like, I didn't tell her, of course I'm doing anything fun. She's just a little over 2, so she's understanding a little more. So I have to tell her that I had to go take care of the cats. And sometimes she doesn't get upset when I tell her I'm taking care of someone. I'll be right back. It'll be a little while, but I'll be right back. And she's probably like, it's getting close to my bedtime. Where is she? She's doing wonderful. We're enjoying things being a little safer with the pandemic. So I work 4 days and I have off for 3. So in our 3 days off, we have a dance class, we have a gymnastics class, we go to a park on 2 of those days, and we go to the children's museum on one of those days. And so she is she's starting to understand a little bit more of the world around her, and she made a few friends today at the children's museum. And considering she doesn't come in contact with a whole lot of people with the pandemic and not really having any family here in the state, she's very, very quiet and reserved around other people. So I kind of get a little excited when I see her interacting with other people and initiating interactions, and just happy to be doing things. And then of course today, then she fell and cut her finger open, and we had to like go away to clean her up. But to answer his question, she's really not that big into Pokemon. I've let her watch some episodes, and there's not enough music in there. Like, she loves songs, and so unfortunately there's not a lot that's in a Pokemon episode that can kind of keep her attention. We have some Pikachu themed things around here, but she doesn't she thinks they're bunnies because of his ears. So she just goes and calls every Pikachu she sees bunny. So she's really not too into Pokemon right now, and I don't know if that's going to change as she gets a little older. I am more than happy to support any Pokemon desires that she wants. But right now she is all over the place. Winnie the Pooh's a big one, Baby Shark, Coco Melon. Of course, if you have kids, Coco Melon is always playing. But anything with a song, she's always on the move, and doesn't quite have the patience that a Pokemon episode requires.
That is funny. Like I said, you guys are from the cats, because we have 53 people watching. So that's just on YouTube, and it's on Facebook and Twitch. If you guys hop over to YouTube, subscribe to PokeGal, that will be really, really great. We will get that. We will get there. We will get there. So I'm pretty excited. I uploaded a video. I had to make it private, but it's gonna go back next week. I guarantee it. We're gonna hit 1,000, and then that Bellsprout's gonna twerk on Drake's face. That was made by accident, you guys. I paid an editor to do it. I loved it. I watched it. I said I loved it, and I'm gonna show that video in a little bit. But please come over, do subscribe, and I hope to meet everybody as well. Right? I love to meet content creator. I'm gonna reach out to Basic Trainer. Basic Trainer, if you're still here, I'm gonna reach out to you. I love to meet content creator, and I think that was really, really great. Oh my God, here's a fantastic comment. Check this out. Now they're trolling me. I love it. Look at see, we troll each other. This is what. So, my mom. I made a joke because I saw my mom for Mother's Day. The first thing, she didn't say how are you? You look great. She goes, "Where's grandkids? I need grandkids."
Oh, no.
That's what my mom does. All right, we want to be respectful of your time. Last minute question, because she needs to go back to her daughter. Any last minute question, please let me know. So I'm gonna do something real quick, and we are gonna do the giveaway. Let me go here.
You've got furry grandkids. That's all that you need.
Oh, I have cats as grandkids, so I think my mom will be very happy. We are almost there, you guys. We are almost about 70 more subscribers. Get more there. We're gonna hit that 1,000. Where's grandkids? I'll be working. If you guys can please share the video, that would be really great. If you're on Twitch, Facebook, hop over, subscribe to PokeGal. We will get there. And all right, let's do the giveaway. Kat, pick a hashtag. Pick a hashtag.
Hashtag.
Yeah. Probably something simple because people, you don't want them to mistype.
Hashtag Bellsprout.
Oh, Bellsprout. There you guys go. If you guys want to be entered in the giveaway, oh, you guys, now Bellsprout's going to be to the moon after this, right?
Or
To
maybe
the moon.
should we do Bellsprout twerking?
Oh God, they're gonna misspell that. If you want, you're the guest. Whatever you want.
Yeah, let's do Bellsprout twerking. I think most people can spell twerking.
Okay, you guys, to enter the giveaway to win the 2 cards, you have to write in the comments. It doesn't matter where you are. Hashtag Bellsprout twerking. Okay, to enter into the comments. So let me share my screen real quick. Let me go here. Giveaway tool. Are we on there? Yeah, we are. Okay, so let me join here. And where are the cats? Meowth live hashtag. Now I need to make sure I don't misspell. Okay. Now it's a little slow. Come on, keyboard. There you go. Bell Sprout twerking. Yep, I think I did it. Okay. 21 entries. We'll give it another 30 seconds. So 23. We'll give it another 30 seconds. So are you done buying, Kat? Are you completely done?
I think so. Right now with the market the way it is, I think I'm done buying.
Yeah.
I in a way, I kind of like so I want to sell everything that I have, and then I want to see the market completely crash, and then to be able to start all over again. Like that just sounds like a lot of fun for me. But right now I know the process of doing what I'm doing is going to take so long that I'm essentially buying PSA stuff because as far as sending my money to them to grade what I have.
Yeah, exactly. So you think the market's going to crash?
I think the market. I think we're going to see it definitely decline some. I'm hoping.
I do. Oh, I do. I firmly believe so. Crash is not the case. Yeah. All right, 26 entries. We're going to stop there. All right, good luck to all the 6. There you go. Oh, there you go, Alfredo. I think he's won before. He has won before. He has won. He has a lot of luck in these streams, so he has won before. So he gets. There you go, Alfredo. Are you still here? I think he is. He's a really good member of the stream. Let me exit. There you go. Where's Alfredo? There you go. There you go. So let me turn this on real quick. 1 second. So, because I'm gonna go here. I do think so too, and I'm waiting for the market to stabilize, and I think the economy is opening up back again, and I think eventually there's gonna be a lot of factors. Let me go here. Sorry about that. Here, you guys. Okay. Let me go here.
Yeah, especially if Alice ever gets into it. I think that would be really fun. Like I've enjoyed collecting so much, and I would love to see her get into it and be able to help her. Because my mom never really supported my Pokemon hobby. My dad did, and he was always like, "Yeah, what do you have now?" and this and that. So I would be really excited to kind of help her. Do her own thing. But at the prices they're at now, she's going to have to save up her allowance for a month to get 1 card.
Oh, my mom never supported me. My mom's like, that's a waste of money. That's what my mom does.
And so I'd tell my, I'd have to show my mom, like, look, I made money on this, or I broke even here and this and that. And I'm like, it's going to work out. And now she sees what it is now. And she's like, I wish I had helped you. I wish I had bought you.
My mom still doesn't know.
Yeah.
My mom still doesn't know. My mom's like $200. Oh my God. I almost fainted when I heard that. I was like, do not take me
5 more zeros, 6 more zeros, maybe.
So Fredo, you get to pick Articuno, whichever one of the 3. It's lightly played for Articuno. I don't know if you see there's scratches there. Oh, let me turn on the light for you. Okay. You guys in the comments do your suggestion. What do you think Alfredo should pick? Darn it. Oh, where are the lights? I've been doing this for quite a while and I still don't know where the darn lights are. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you still get this card in the mail, so it's coming to me. That's perfect. So I'm going to ship this to you. Okay, this is Articuno. It's lightly played. There's scratches, as you guys can tell. Or Slowking. I really like this Slowking. A little bit of scratch here and there. The holo is actually not that bad. This is the backing. A couple of whitening, but still not bad down there. Or Misty Tentacruel. So you do get Wizard of the Coast. Look at that. Oh, this one's a clean holo. Look at that.
That is
but the back is probably lightly played. So a little bit of whining. Let me know, Alfredo, and I will ship this out to you whenever you want to. What did he pick? Oh, I've already have a Kuna. I'll do the Slowking. Oh, yeah, that's a great choice. I would pick the Slowking as well. All right, Kat, I'm going to send it to you for final thoughts. Thank you so much for being an amazing guest. And I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to do final thoughts and give you full screen. And let me 1 second. All yours.
Final thoughts. Thank you for having me. The first interview was fantastic. This has been so much fun. I don't really have a lot of people, like I type chat, to a lot of people about Pokemon, but it is really cool, like actually being able to talk about it out loud and bounce ideas back and forth and seeing all the interactions with all of these fantastic followers and some amazing questions that I really had to think about. So this has been so much fun, and thank you for letting me be a part of it, and best of luck to getting your channel bigger, getting your site going great, and yeah, you're definitely a person that's going to pass along a lot of these cool experiences and things to the people that hang out with you. So the live rip and ships, that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm very excited to see all the stuff that you're going to be doing next.
Thank you so much. Oh, I switched myself. There you go. Thank you so much, Kat. And you know what, Kat? If you guys go to Basic Trainer, perfect. We'll be in contact. If you guys go to her channel, she's selling her summer collection here and there. Do you mind if you have some time if I pull up your Facebook post just to let them, because you posted something. Let me do that real quick.
I'm mostly on, like, I think Verbank is, I think, the big one I post to.
Yeah.
I try and cross post it to like Facebook Marketplace, and there's a couple other random Pokemon groups I'm in. But yeah, I'm slowly, like, it's very slow. I make 3 posts a week, and most of that's usually just updating groupings of cards like holos and rare reverses and things like that. So it's very slow going. I try and get prices below what eBay's completed listings are. And the more you buy, I'm always willing to negotiate on something, but the bigger number of cards that you're buying, the more I am most likely to even knock off more of a discount. And like kind of talked about earlier, once some friends that I've made, I'm tempted, especially repeat buyers and things like that, I'm tempted to give even more discounts just because I like seeing my collection.
Like me.
Yeah. I've made a little note to myself of, okay, start going through, like, what Japanese stuff I have left that you might be interested in, and give you dibs on that before I post anything.
So this is where every time I said Verbank, okay, so this is where I usually do most of my shopping. I know people have different opinion about Verbank and Pokemon World. I do. If you put all the opinions set aside, it's actually a really great marketplace filled with a lot. This one has 41,000 members, right? And this is where I go and I looked when I hunt for Pokemon cards. And I can tell, look at all the slabs, all these cards, they're doing claim sales. Right? Some of it sell, some don't. $3. This is where I do my crazy collecting. Whatever I need, someone posts it exactly like this guy. $2 each. This is where I do my slow collection and I do my bargaining to complete my collection. But if you guys look at all the slabs and all of this, 245 best offer. No one's buying this. Look at all the slabs that are coming back. No one, not to put anyone on the spot, so that's why I move it really fast. I don't want to show anybody. But look at all this. A Charizard 5. Someone asked $5. Come on. $5. That could be a troll, right? So it's really funny, but all these cards are coming back. No one's even touching these cards. Now that's what I told you guys, a small market of this. Wait until the flood comes back. These people are going, no one's buying, no one's interested in anything. Look at the evolution Charizard. Nobody. That's why I say be patient. Let the Timmies with the stimmies open all of these crazy packs for above MSRP, right? Above MSRP. And you guys will come in and you guys will just, okay, my turn to buy, right? This is what I always say. Look at all this stuff. Claim sell, make offer. Nobody's buying. But anyways, where's the cat's meow? That's you, Catherine. Oh, if you guys want to, is it okay? I hope that you're okay with me sharing. Okay.
Yeah,
if you guys, it's Catherine Peters.
Yep.
Okay. And I've completely vouched for her. A great seller. She's selling her collection or some of it or most of it. But you guys go to Burbank and she's willing to work with you guys. There you go. Okay, I want to know, how is it doing? Are you selling here and there?
Yeah. So what I try and do is, I make my post at like the beginning of my weekend, and I'm usually that first day or night, like I'll usually have a few hours after Alice goes to sleep to kind of be hanging out by myself, and I'm usually negotiating, taking pictures of cards like straight for those hours, and then usually going into the next day into her nap time, and then usually by the third day, by the time my weekend's finishing up, things are starting to die off a little. I might be finishing up some sales, because that's one thing about Burbank, is that it's so big. You make a post and people are only going to see it for a little while unless they're looking for something specific, and then you get lost in the sea of things. And so I've got a list of all my listings, and then I try and update them every few weeks or so. But it's enough to keep me busy, but not enough to overwhelm me. So like I learned that one week I just posted like brand new stuff, and it was like 30 pages of things, and I got hit with like 100 sales requests, and I just couldn't get to them fast enough, and people had moved on or the cards they'd asked about were sold by the time I even read them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're safe with that one. She's not a scammer, but yeah. I feel slow enough that I can dedicate, all my free time isn't going into sales. I try and build at least two Lego sets a week. One new one and one from my bulk lot, and try and work on things. So I kind of don't want to flood the market with all of my stuff and be too overwhelmed. But I'm very happy the way sales are going, and usually I've got a couple big sales, one or two a week that I'm in negotiations with. So or have you're actually not the first one to want to buy a huge chunk of things and just essentially make payments on it. I've got a lot of people that end up doing that, and so that's kind of nice to have the extra money kind of keep coming in to fund all the other fun things. So I'm pretty happy with the pace that it's going, and figure if it slows down, well, that's when I just sort through more stuff and throw it up there.
Perfect. I shared her link, you guys, for Facebook. All right, you guys. Wow, it's only 8:30. I don't know if I should do a rip and ship afterwards. What do you guys think? Oh, there you go. There you go. What do you guys think? Maybe I should do a rip and ship or not? I don't know. I don't know. I do have a lot of energy left because I drank a bunch of whatever this energy drink
Monster drinks.
I did. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Give me about 20 minutes and we'll do some rip and ship. It was really nice. Kat, you are an amazing Pokemon friend. Oh, I do want to ask you something. King Gary, by the way, you guys, King Gary is going to join us when we do Eevee Heroes, just to let you know. So King Gary wants to do a, Jessica was supposed to be here to ask you, but that's okay. King Gary is going to do a round table of all female collectors. and you are invited. Just to let you know.
That's
So
really fun.
yeah, we are reaching out to. It's gonna be me, Jessica, you, of course, Super Danny, Frosted Caribou. So it's gonna be everybody for female collectors, and he's gonna be the moderator, or Jessica. Both of them is gonna be the moderator. So we're pretty excited for that, and but anyways, so if you guys do, please on my channel go sub to the Cat's Meowth. If you're from the Cat's Meowth, go sub to my channel. We greatly appreciate it. We have been yeah, you directly message her on her Facebook if you guys want to buy something. So I much that. So anyways, you guys give me about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go wash my face and we will go from there, and take care to you, Cat.
Thank
And
you very
we'll
much.
talk about soon. Bye.
Bye.
You can just exit the thing, and I'm gonna talk to everyone real quick. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I think that was a very successful stream to multi-stream. Unfortunately, Twitch comment did not show, but that's okay. And anyways, give me about 20 minute give me about 20 minutes so we can go and do some rip and ship. So I'm pretty excited for that. We will get to 1,000 without the bots. Okay, that was so weird yesterday. We will. By the end of this weekend, I can guarantee it. I'm not too worried about it whatsoever. I'm still going to repost that video when we get to 1,000. And I'm so excited for you guys. I want to show you guys something with the video that I made. It was actually really nice. But we will get there. Please, if you guys do watch, please, subscribe, share the link. We will get there. Oh, we're at 942. I told you guys we will get there. I told you guys we will get there. But I wanted to show you guys something real quick that I made. And I wanted a part of this. Let me show this real quick. All right, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Cat's still hanging around. That's so funny. There you go. I'm gonna share my screen. There you go. Okay, so, and I will the special thank you. So these are everybody who's helped made. So I thought Jody was already a mod. I apologize. That's what I realized he wasn't, because I don't ever pay attention. I just do StreamYard. But here's everybody that I wanted to thank to get there. And just real quick, everybody, thank you so much. We're at 945. We will get to 1,000 without the darn bots by this weekend, because we are multi-streaming everything and we're going to rapidly grow this channel. You guys give me about 20 minutes and we will go from there. And we will talk to you soon. I'll see you guys in 20 minutes, okay? Bye.